because a while back, H Barts got me a copy of Zack Snyder's Justice League UK version. Now look, I'm in my car, so if at any time like we start to stumble out or whatever, just stick with me because you know, we're live in the car. We're not on Wi-Fi. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm very, very thankful to H Barts. H Barts got me a copy of Zack Snyder's Justice League from the UK, I believe it was, and it was the 4K. So it was just the 4K. So I wanted to do a couple things today. Because I haven't been out. I've been so busy this last couple weeks, or last couple days. I wasn't able to go out Tuesday and try to look for Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I was really like, you know, what? And you're like, well, you know, I already got the 4K, okay, but I have the only way that I could play that is in my my Xbox. So I just wanted to get a backup, you know, just to have it because I wanted to get the Blu-ray and stuff because I got Blu-ray players all over the house, so that way any room I'm in the house I can watch it. I mean, I got HBO Max, but look, we know how HBO is, we know how Warner Brothers is. Who knows, right, when they're actually going to pull that thing, you know, off of HBO Max if they ever do, and if that's the case, you know, especially now with the movie being out, right, on Blu-ray, who knows? Okay, sorry, I warned you, so stick with me, okay? So I went to one Walmart, complete. Hang with me, I'm just in a bad spot right here, okay? So give me 2 minutes and I'll be out of this spot. But I'm gonna try to tell the story. So, called up Target. They're like, yeah, we don't have it. If it's not on the floor, we don't have it in the back, whatever. And they're like, we don't even. You do suck. It feels like it because I was trying to. It felt like it because I felt like I was asking for something behind the counter, if you know what I mean. You know, and so, but no, they just didn't have it. Target didn't have it. They said it was in. Just called the Walmart that's next to me. I'm going to take you guys with me live as we buy it. Called them, and he went and physically checked again here at the Walmart, and he said that they had copies of it. So I'm going to take you on a little adventure with me, all right? So come on with me. We've done this before. We actually we did this during Force for Star Wars. We went to 13 different stores for Force Friday and bought tons of toys. So what's up, guys? Good to see you guys. You know, I'm driving and everything, so I can't necessarily you know, keep an eye on the chat, but I can see kind of the names as they see some of you guys here. And this is creepy. William, there's nothing creepy about this, dude. I'm looking for Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's just me in the car, man. That's all it is. That's all it is. Look, I can turn on the back here. You can see, you know, there's my guitar. There's one of my guitars right there. Yeah, I'm just coming back from my son's youth group, and you know what? We're on our way. We're hot in the pursuit of Zack Snyder's Justice League. I hope you guys are all having a great day. I'm having a good day. I'm having a much better day now. It was just a long day. I'm trying to plan for an event that I'm putting on about music and stuff, and so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. All right, I'm coming up to a stoplight, so I can kind of check and see who's here and say hi a little bit. All right, so I am at a complete stop, so no one has to tell me to be, you know, super safe, because I am being super safe. What's up, you do suck? And I just got a green light, so, and it's an arrow, so I have to go. So, so I see you, Paul. I see you do suck. I see you, Caleb. Saw William's comment back there. What's up, Jordan? Heck yeah, we're starting a party, baby. We're gonna do it live. We're going live, right? That's what we gotta do. We gotta go live, man, with this stuff, and we gotta storm Walmart. It's in stock on Amazon. Walmart doesn't have it. Enosh. My Walmart says they have it. If they don't have it, it's a sign of Enosh I've never seen. No, I'm just kidding. No. No, it's all good. What's up, Sean? Good to see you. Yeah, that's right. It's a hunting party. It's a good old-fashioned hunting party. Like I said, we did this. We used to do this. We've done this a couple of times when we've gone toy hunting late into the night. We were apparently the only channel. We had 5,000 people, I guess, watching one time or something like that. I can't remember if it was 1,000 or 5,000. Like if maybe like over the day 5,000 people watched, but people kept telling us that we were the only channel that was live broadcasting Force Friday, going out and buying toys on Force Friday, the night that the new Star Wars toys came out for the Rise of Skywalker. But we did, and we got Mandalorians, and also because that was the hot item, you know, at that time was Mandalorians, and so we got them though. We got them for everybody. I mean, I took the boys. It was awesome. We finished up at Target at 8 a.m. and got the last of what we needed. But man, we showed up. We showed up. That was the night that I got my first ever super chat on the channel, and it was some lady, and I can't remember what her name was now. I think it was Angel or something like that. Real nice lady, and she gave, I think it was like a $5 super chat. I didn't even know what a super chat. I didn't even know we were eligible for super chats on the channel, and that was like I said, when Rise of Skywalker came out. So like that was our very first super chat, and then we didn't get any more super chats for like a long time because we didn't know anything about it. We didn't promote them or anything like that, and you know. I think I may have even had them turned off after that for a while. But hey, we're here at Walmart. We're gonna go get Zack Snyder's Justice League. Are you ready? Let's go. I'll take it with me. Oh, there's my hand. I can see my hand. Did any of you guys happen to see that touching Blue's Clues video? Look, I didn't even grow up with Blue's Clues. Okay, Blue's Clues was like a kids program by the time like I was, you know, 20? Because I'll be 45. This month on the 24th. This is my birthday month, so I will be 45 this month. So I was 20 by the time Blue's Clues, you know, was going on. And man, that video, if you have not seen that video, that was enough to make me cry, you know, with what's his name coming back and telling everybody that he loved them, and you know, and like I said, what's up, Andrew? What's up? Uh-oh. What's going on out here? I don't know what's going on out here, but hey, we're on our way. Gotta lock the car. I'm gonna lock the car. Done and done. And now everybody's gonna look at me really weird because I'm walking into Walmart and I'm looking at my phone like this. According to Campia, nobody's talking about Zack Snyder. Yeah, you know what? Screw that. Screw all those guys. It doesn't exist. But you know what? It's okay. Because we know it does. We know better. And here we are. So we're here at my Walmart, and we're going to get Zack Snyder's Justice League. Hopefully. Got to recreate Zack's thing, right? Of like, we shall see. Oh, hope you guys are having a great evening. Hold on. I'm going to turn this sideways and make sure I'm on their Wi-Fi, because that'll help. So hold on just a second. Oops. Hold on. Yep, I'm on their Wi-Fi. All right. Da-da-da-da-da-da. They don't have them up here up front, so it's got to be in the back. And I'll show you how pathetic my place for toys is. What's up, Venomous Prime? Good to see you. Zack Snyder's Justice League is my favorite DC. Oh, heck yeah. Well, you know what? I got to say, Man of Steel will probably always have that distinction for me, because Man of Steel, not only did it start it all, but it was just always the Superman movie that I wanted to see, you know? So, you know, I didn't check Best Buy. I didn't check, they were closed. They're closed. So, but I saw the Injustice trailer, Andrew, and it's awesome. And I loved it. And I can't wait for it. It's going to be freaking amazing. And I love the animation too, because that's just good animation. I have not really liked the DC animation here in a while. So, all right, we're coming up. Hold on. Is it here? Is it here? Bunch of Halloween stuff. It's here. There it is. The other Walmart, completely bare. Completely bare. So I've got the 4K. I'm gonna get it in Blu-ray. I'm gonna go ahead and get Landon. It's all on the plastic too, man. It's all in the plastic. You know, I don't think that they have the box set. I don't think that they have any of that. So, but we got one. We got the extra, so we got the spare. We got the Blu-ray, so we can like watch it all over the place in the house, just in case. And then now, Landon will have his. He was fine with the DVD, but I told him, I said, I mean, it's like $6 more. Might as well have the Blu-ray, right? That ain't going anywhere. Get the 4K again, Enosh. It comes with the Blu-ray. No, it doesn't. Not the one that they had here doesn't. Hold on a second. Let me look again because it just said 4K. And it's $5 more. Oh, it does come with the Blu-ray, doesn't it? Yeah, but I don't have a. You know what? I don't have a. Like, I just have that one 4K player. So, and I already have it in 4K. So, I really just need the Blu-ray. So, you did tell me, thank you, Cinefinity. I do appreciate that. But I think that I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna do that for now, and that way I have it on Blu-ray and 4K, so I'm covered. So, let's see what we got here as far as toys. So this is like the main toy aisle, and it's completely bare. Well, not completely bare, but got a couple G.I. Joe things over here. Got some Snake Eyes toys. Anybody need a Snake Eyes toy? No? Okay. I won't push the Snake Eyes toys on you or anything. What's up, Slade? It says, yes, I made a trailer for it on my YouTube channel to try to get it released for the 20th anniversary. So no more, what do you mean, so no more Matt Jarbo and Enosh? Go to Target and have the Armored Darkseid. I have the Armored Darkseid. I've actually got one that I'm sending to Ray. I got an extra one to send to Ray and get him to sign it. I was told toys aren't selling, right? Yeah, no, they kind of are. What do you mean no more Matt Jarbo and Enosh? He was literally just on the channel yesterday. I don't know. What's up, Jimmy? Good to see you. What's up? Yeah, that way. Is the true injustice? Is it true injustice is going to be $40 for the Blu-ray version? Injustice is going to be wow, really? Holy cow! You know what, Sean? I have a 4K TV actually, but I'm actually fine. Like I said, I already got the 4K, so I'm all good with just having the Blu-ray at this point. Did you see, Slade says, did you see the video I sent you on Twitter, Enosh, for the 20th extended cut Scooby-Doo PG-13? I have not seen that yet, but I will check it out. I'm happy they stepped up the animation for Injustice. Me too, Betimus. Get the 4K Enosh, it comes with the Blu-ray. You get in the box set, okay, now I think I went back far enough. Yeah, I hadn't heard about that, about the $40. Wow, that's crazy. Pick up some Hot Pockets. Okay, Zip Havoc. Oh my gosh, you know what I'm on the hunt for though, like majorly, and this is a major want, is in these little DC figures. They got my boy Cyborg right there, but I never have seen a Lex Luthor. They released Lex Luthor, but like apparently like you can't find it in stores. I gotta Shazam! But apparently you couldn't find them in stores, and so now they're only on eBay, and people like, because that's stuff that only ends up on eBay. Yeah, people kind of ask a lot. I am definitely Benimus. Yes, I am looking forward to the trailer for Matrix Resurrections. Absolutely, I am. What's up, Sky? Good to see you, Sky. What's up, The Widow? Good to see you. Paul, don't forget milk and bread. We got that. Oh, yeah. Here my Jordan says, where are my pizza bagels? Just look for some AEW toys for me. Let's see. Do they have any AEW toys? I don't know if they have any AEW toys. This Walmart sucks. And you know what really sucks is the lady who used to be the toy lady here. I have not seen her forever. I think she became a manager of some kind. She was awesome. She got me a 20th, or was it 20th or 25th anniversary Boba Fett, and it was awesome. Oh, hey, there's Tom Hanks, the AMBW channel. Tune in to get my daily fix of Nosh. Well, we might be back later tonight with a live stream. Maybe I'll do a call-in show tonight, and we can talk about some stuff. What's up, You know, Ultra Jedi gamer, I actually am. You know what? You want to hear my days? Here's my days. I am very excited for Spider-Man. I went to the chiropractor today, and the chiropractor's daughter is 16 years old, and man, she is such a big nerd like we are, and she's watched the channel and stuff. She got her boyfriend in the channel, and I just met her like a couple of weeks ago, but she's super cool. She loves Marvel and stuff. We were talking about Marvel, we were talking about DC, we were talking about stuff, and then what was cool, when I called up Target to physically talk to somebody about this movie, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and the guy was like, well, what movie is that? And I got to tell him the entire story, and and that's just awesome. Yes, TW. I actually found this one Walmart had every version. So they had 4K, Blu-ray, and DVD. Yep, they did have 4K. Anytime Enosh is excited for an MCU project, it's a win. Well, you know what? What's up, Cherie? Good to see you, Cherie. You know, so here's the thing. I give people a hard time about any Rick and Morty stuff. No Zip Havoc. No, they don't have anything. Oh my gosh, though. Well, but I think I've won the internet because I found a Turbo Man. That's that's so random. That is so freaking random. I came here looking for a movie and I found a Turbo Man. I don't have a Turbo Man. How much is the freaking Turbo Man? That's insane. They only have one Turbo Man. What in the world? What is this? I feel like I should have this. Enosh is going to fight. Arnold is going to fight Enosh in the parking lot for the Turbo Man. Somebody message Tiffany and see if I should get the Turbo Man, because I swear I feel like this should be part of our our pop culture stuff. But I don't want to spend too much money on the Turbo Man though, because Zack Snyder's Justice League. I just got back from vacation, guys. Right, Cherie? Buy it, buy it, buy it. No. They took away the scanner. I hate that the scanner, the Poindexter Lounge Christmas special, right? Get it for sure. Yeah, you got to tell Tiffany to let me get this, because we just got back from vacation, and for once, like Tiffany's super cool. I don't want to make it sound like Tiffany gives me a hard time, because she doesn't, because she knows that I'm responsible. We pay our bills, we do all those things and stuff. We do what we're supposed to do. But our expendable income goes to the stuff that we love, just like anybody's does. Some people, they save their money and they buy cars, and some people, buy different things. We buy toys. That's what we buy with our disposable income. So people look, oh, you guys got all these toys and stuff, whatever. It's like, well, like, I'm also driving a junker van right now, right? That's got 190,000 miles on it, right? So, so it's not like I'm driving some, hot sports car, and doing collab videos with Doomcock. Just saying. Maybe I should sell some of my toys and do that, huh? Anyways, but no. So, whoops. So everyone's super chat $1. Go go go. I think Enosh should do more Mark Window video. Yes. Good evening, Enosh. What's up, Derek? Good to see you, man. Poindexter Lounge holiday special. If you wait till Christmas to get Turbo Man, it'll be too late. Learn your lesson. Oh man. But no. So what I was saying is, they took all the scanners out here, so I can't. Try to find just a simple scanner so I can just scan this thing, because I want to know how much it is. Because because we went on vacation and we bought stuff for the kids, obviously, and then this time it was funny because Tiffany found a bunch of stuff. Tiffany doesn't normally find a bunch of. Aw, thank you, Man of Martin. Man of Martin, oh my gosh. I have not seen Man of Martin in a while. Man of Martin, thank you so much. You're going to make me go back to the old school way. What's up, Daniel? Thank you so much. Daniel, look at there. Daniel gave $1. Thank you guys so much. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. You're gonna make me go back to the old ways, like start doing my church singing for you. Man of modern, oh yeah. I think about that every time I see your name, man. From the very first time that we ever did that. Um, you should check while you're in Walmart for the NECA TMNT maskless Casey Jones. There ain't nobody here. They're getting ready to close. I don't want to bug anybody right now, but thank you. I definitely will make Turbo Man great again. I love it. Which DCU Superman suit is your favorite? Mine is the BVS suit. Honestly, okay, so I love the black suit. Can we just like not even say the black suit? Because if I say the black suit, like, right? I mean, like, the black suit is the black suit. So that one I don't even think is fair. But man, the Man of Steel suit is fire. Like, and you know what? Honestly, I didn't really care for it that much when I first saw it. I was like, it's really dark and everything. But I'll be honest with you, that suit really grew on me. I love the S on the Man of Steel suit, to be quite honest with you. I love the BVS suit. Don't get me wrong. I really do like the BVS suit. But I wish the S was like the Man of Steel. Who disliked the video? Cherie, you know what? There's always somebody. So it's like, I could be sitting here passing out world peace, Cherie. Honestly, like I could literally be spreading love and curing all the diseases of the world. And, you know, one of these jerks would pop in and just be like, hey, I dislike that video. That's just YouTube. I don't let it get me down, because you know what? What's funny is interaction is interaction. So y'all just go like this video. But that's the funny thing on them is that, you know what? If they do that, it's still interaction. That's all YouTube looks at. So like every time you hear Geeks and Gamers and all these guys talking about go downvote all these videos and stuff, and like, oh, I'm sorry, they won't tell you to actually go downvote them all, right? They'll just laugh when they are, right? So yeah, Cherie, thank you. I wish I could pull up your guys' comments, but I can't because I'm on my phone. Yeah, I just. No, what was I saying? Oh, when I saw the Turbo Man, I was saying, like, I got to spread the love of Zack Snyder's Justice League around and tell the guy all about the story over the phone. And he listened. Like, he was a young guy, and he listened the entire time and was like, wow, that's really cool. And, like, he's like, I didn't know that. And he's like, I didn't know that his daughter passed away. And I didn't know that this happened and that happened and everything. And then I told him about the channel and stuff. And he's like, I heard of you guys. And I was like, oh, yeah. And he's like, no, seriously. He's like, seriously, I've heard of the Poindexter Lounge. And I was like, see there? That's pretty cool. And I love, there's been now several times, it's weird now to me a little bit because, like, we're not that big. I mean, you know, like, we're thankful for everybody that we have, and we're thankful for all you guys, for sure. But, you know, I mean, like, when there's, you know, 300 million people in the country, you know, it's like I don't expect to, like, run into, I'm trying to talk extra loud right there because there's music playing in the background. But yeah, I don't expect to, like, run into, you know, people who know the channel. And so, like, when I ran into that guy who had a shirt, I was like, really? Let's see, let me stop here and see what you guys are saying. What's up, Punk? Trace, good to see you. Buy all the copies of Zack Snyder's Justice League on the shelf just to stick it to Warner Brothers. You know, Jesse, I would if I could. What's up, Ryan Rivera? What's good, man? We should talk, man. We should talk. Have you on the channel sometime. What if Jeremy and Enosh swap minds? Anchorman, I could maybe do a lot of good in the world, but the question is, would I be able to do some good in the world before he used my powers for evil? I don't know. But, you know, he's got a lot more influence on a lot more people right now. So, you guys would know it wasn't me. I would just tell you this, you know. I really want the Turbo Man, one of my fave movies. Jared, that's cool. Surprised Doomcock hasn't done a video on Warner Brothers leadership being fired. Yeah, right. Would have preferred that Superman was buried in the black suit. Nice, Anchorman. I see that. You're doing the song lyrics. What's up? Oh, says, hey. I hope you all seen What If episode 5. I have not seen episode 5. I plan on watching it tonight with Tiffany once I get home. Yeah, Jared says, hey, I love the Man of Steel suit. Whoops, sorry, I froze there because I'm at 20% battery. So I'm gonna find somebody to scan this. I can't believe that they don't have scanners around here. Like none of the places where the scanners were, they don't have them anymore. They don't want you to know what they don't have a price sticker on it. And unless this says, what does it say? No, it requires 2 AA batteries. See? Requires 2 people. You say people aren't liking the episode? Oh, nice. I'm gonna have to check that out, Jimmy. Let's check out Dynamite. What's up, Christopher? Good to see you. Enoch should just take over Jeremy's mind. I like that. It's mind control. I'm telling you, it's all mind control. Better watch out. They'll show up in the chat again, begging to come in here. I just rewatched that video the other day. Oh, Manna Martin, Zack Snyder's Justice League costs 30, and here's another 10. Thanks for remembering. You're my favorite YouTube preacher. The gospel according to Enoch, preacher brother. Aw, thank you so much, man. Oh my gosh. You guys humble me. I tell you what, you guys, you don't realize, you know what? You really don't realize how much, I mean, I said it at the end of the video yesterday, you know, but honestly, and if you didn't see our video yesterday, you can skip to, if you don't want to watch all the stuff about, you know, about nerd erotic and all that stuff, that's absolutely fine. And I totally understand who would, actually, I think it helped us break through our subscriber problems because all of a sudden we gained like 20 new subscribers and they haven't been taken away. So, but no, at the end though, I just talked about, you know, what you guys mean to us and named a lot of you guys by name. And so, Cherie, you weren't on there, but I talked about you, But yeah, I mean, I look back at the history, you know, the past year, 2 years, 3 years, you know, 4 years or so since we've been, you know, really kind of going at this and man, lots of great memories, you know, just like even there with Manna Martin coming in, you know, and I remember the first time like I ever saw a super chat from him and I went into this whole singing thing, you know, and we just remember those things, you know, and it means a lot to me. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for being you. I know I kind of feel like Mr. Rogers sometimes when I start talking like that, but it is from my heart. It is definitely from my heart. Well, hey there. Hi there, ho there. You're as welcome as can be. It's a G.I. Joe bat. That's awesome. That is stinking awesome. It's the summer 2021. Tiffany's gonna look at me weird when I get home. You see these? These are cool. Whoops. Look at that. But it's rubber. It would be a cool action figure just if it was an action figure, but it's like a rubber action figure. It looks pretty cool, but it's not worth 15 bucks. You know, she's in Walmart selling Matt Jarbo's chair. That's funny. Superman fan film. Jared says, I want in. I love acting and Superman. That's awesome. Jeremy, you're having a difficult day. At least I can figure out what Enosh's chat is like. I have no idea who these people are. Cherie says, if you want to sound like anyone, Mr. Rogers is a great one to emulate. That is true. You don't have any dislikes on this video. People are just so stupid. They have their screen upside down to like the video. That's funny. See you later, Ultra Jedi Gamer. Thank you for being here. Yes. Oh, Jordan said that. I'm still down to do that Superman fan film with you, my dude. Hey, dude, I'm down. I'm down for sure. What's up, James? Good to see you. This is the best chat. I'll tell you what. You know what? I wouldn't trade anything for you guys. You guys are awesome. Enosh Lounge. Hey, what's up? Oh, thank you. You have a great day too. Enosh and Jeremy swapping minds would be like the live action version of that Justice League Unlimited episode where Flash and Lex Luthor swap bodies. Face Off 2, Enosh versus Jeremy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, is that why Shifty Gizm? Shifty Gizm said they took the scanners out of the stores. I think we're just slow for that because like ours have been here, so they must have just now got around to taking them out. So, all right. Well, I gotta figure out. What's up, Daniel? Good to see you. What's up, Slade? Could you please react to the video and hashtag for the release of Scooby-Doo Extended Cut? I sent you the video on Twitter. Slade, I'll have to, did you send it to me recently? So I apologize. See, so, hey, thank you, Manna Martin. This is best of Lucky Nosh. I work at Best Buy on the Geek Squad. That's so cool, man. It says, and I saw Zack Snyder's Justice League when I got to work. Sold out when I got off. Sad face. Hey, dude. I mean, I don't know if you're getting any more. Let me know, man. Yeah, you know, the thing is no, so Twitter's weird. Social media is weird, right? I always tell everybody, look, I try to get back to everybody. I've kind of hit that point where I'm in like all these groups with people and a lot of people message me, and sometimes it takes a couple of weeks. I've had some people like that I've literally like gone looking for a, you know, like a tweet or a private message or something, and I get down to the bottom and I find like 3 or 4 where I haven't answered somebody, and I always feel horrible about that because I really do try to answer everyone. And so Landon says, don't you have the Snake Eyes Funko now? That's not Snake Eyes Funko, Landon. That's not the Snake Eyes Funko. Look, it's a bat. This is super cool. This is the one, it's not even on the back because it's the 2021 Summer Convention limited edition. So at least Enosh reads the chat, unlike the Fandom menace. Yeah. Well, I try, you know, I can't always get to everybody, but who's my favorite Transformer? Got to be Optimus. Actually, I got a video to do about Optimus Prime. Did you see the leaked video of Optimus Prime from the new Transformers movie? I know I gave it a hard time, but oh my gosh, it's Generation 1, like short cab Optimus. I'll take it, because that's what I want. I gotta see if somebody can scan this for me, or I'm gonna have to go up to the front. I don't know what I'm gonna do. All right, let's look. They got Suicide Squad. Now if we can just get the air cut, right? I have the Dark Side and Superman with the black suit from Zack Snyder's Justice League. Cool, man. Cool. Watching Ash make a G.I. Joe fan film as revenge for the Snake Eyes movie. Funny, Jordan. Lana says, oh, never mind. It looked like it for a sec. That's a new one. Yeah, it is a new one. That's why I want to get that one, because I held off because there's people who got it early, and I didn't know if it was actually going to come out, so I was just kind of surprised. I got a ton of them over here. Thank you, Slade. Yeah, email me the video. You know what? That's the best way. Actually, I will tell you this. If it's something that's pressing like that, email me at poindexterlounge@gmail.com, because so far I don't get a ton of stuff there. So I always know that if somebody sends me something there, you know, it's going to get to me, right? So, and don't forget, everyone, here I'm in the comic book section. Oh, this is cool. I didn't realize they had such a comic book section here. But they have, oh, that's cool. They got The Killing Joke. $17.99. To see that has a thing on it. Look, and don't forget, right now, this is our current giveaway. So we're giving away the Watchmen. So, yep. So for anybody who's a member or a patron or gives a super chat, you get there. Somebody's going to get that. So, what else they got here? Ooh, they got the Batman who laughs. You know what? So, I don't know if you guys saw today my video that I put out. It was a 5-figure video with all of the figures from, what was it? Dark Knight's Death Metal. And man, that was so cool. And I really need to actually catch up and read this stuff. Read the Death Metal stuff. So, because I got most of the figures from it, and man, but there's just like so many figures. I got a lot of them. I don't have all of them. But, you know, I got this. I actually like the movie. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Well, this is different. Hold on. Oh, you know what? This is. Oh, well, that's cool. That's cool. It's not actually the movie. It's actually just like a greatest hits of Suicide Squad. So it's just like a Suicide Squad compilation. So there you go. All right. Well, I'm going to see how much this Turbo Man is. I'm going to try to see how much this Turbo Man is. Because you know what? I don't think my wife's watching. And if my wife is not watching, I may get this Turbo Man for Tiffany for Christmas. Shh. I have a secret that Tiffany doesn't know about her birthday present this year. And she's gonna lose her freaking mind. She'll get, you know what? When she sees money coming out of the account after this, like that's why I'm trying to. What? That must be an older Walmart. All the ones around here have super high ceilings. I mean, they're not super high, but they're high. Those Death Metal toys look pretty cool. Wonder Woman was Jared, that Wonder Woman is insane. Like, and that Batman's really cool too. Yeah, just George. I'm still in disbelief about the Alex Jones thing too on Friday Night Tights. I was just having that conversation with, Nerd Cosa Nostra. Nerd Cosa Nostra says, Enosh, are you looking for the 4K or Blu-ray? So H-Barts, when it was out in the UK, already got me a copy of the 4K. But I don't have a 4K player. All I have is got my Xbox, right? So the Xbox is connected to the main TV, but the rest of the house has, I have Blu-ray players, right? And so because of that, I have, I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm looking at somebody right now. They're looking at me weird because I'm standing here, you know. But no. So what I did was I decided to get the Blu-ray right now, and then Landon wanted the Blu-ray because that's what Landon actually was fine with the DVD, but I told him I'm going to get you the Blu-ray. So, and you know, because look, now that it's out, who knows what HBO will do, you know? Danny, you're from the UK. I love people from the UK, man. The UK is awesome. We got a lot of great friends now from the UK, and I just love that. And Nana's from the UK, from the Nerd Queens. So there you go. Cherie says Enosh is super tall. That's awesome. Anchorman says, what is the first thing you say if you met me in person? I would look at you and ask you how the weather is. And then we'd have a laugh. Enosh is sneaky as a 24-hour challenge YouTuber. You know what? I might do that sometime. I might do that as a challenge, you know, because I do all these late night streams. I might do a 24-hour challenge sometime, you know. Maybe I can get a bunch of people to come in and guest on it and stuff, and maybe we could raise some money for suicide prevention. That would be cool. Yes. Rights in Affinity. Watch Tiffany be in the next aisle. That'd be hilarious. That's my wife. Let's see. You do suck says it should be $34.88. It's actually $29.99 here for the 4K. Here it is, anyways. Okay. Let's see. Go back here. And yes. Oh, my birthday is September 24th. Yep, that's my birthday. September 24th. Enosh, I may be up. Toys. Sin Affinity, why'd you have to tell me that? Going to Toys R Us. Actually bringing you guys along with me reminds me of Toys R Us because you can find that we've done different things like that and, done these shopping things, and Toys R Us was always a place that we went to. Wow, Anchorman, I'd love to hear your... I'd love to read your fan fiction. Somebody actually wrote me into a Star Wars story, me and the family, and that was pretty cool. And I still have that. I should ask them if they release that sometime. I'll have to. I agree, Venomous. Simu Liu was absolutely awesome and savage for calling him out. Oh, Jared, yours is the 22nd. Awesome. Well, happy birthday. That's a great idea, Enosh. Awesome. Sheree says, Anchorman, new face? Who dis? Let's see. Okay, so my wife is texting me, asking me, she thought I was in the house. I didn't tell her that I was leaving. So I'm gonna ask this nice lady here if she can scan this Turbo Man. Hold on a second. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have a scanner? You don't know? Okay. Thank you. I was just trying. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. So, no scanner. I don't know what in the world's going on. We got music pumping in the background, though, that's going to get us copyright claimed. All right, well, maybe, I'd say I don't want to scan it up here because then I got to get somebody to take it off, and I don't want to do all that. Oh, they make it hard. They make it really hard, don't they? Ooh, maybe this lady has a scanner. She's just like a normal, like, ooh, there's like 4 people down here that I could talk to. Yay! What's up, Richard? Good to see you, Richard. Just let me know if you want something from Toys R Us. I'll trade you for a Target armored Darkseid. I don't even know what they would have at Toys R Us these days. Now, is that in is that in Windsor that you're going to? Or are you from a different place? I went back and watched the full video you did with Geeks and Gamers. He just blocks your questions most of the time. Danny, you know what? So it's been a while since I've watched that video, and no, I'm not. Thank you. It's funny that you mentioned that because I just literally watched it again. Well, part of it. I didn't watch the full thing because it's 4 hours long. But I watched a couple. I just watched a little, segment of it, and it was crazy because every question I ask him, he never answers a question. He just never answers a question. Jeremy never answers a question. He literally just looks at me and asks me a question. I started joking because I was like, I'd ask him a question and he would go, well, let me ask you a question. And then it's like, because I'm polite and actually answer questions, I would answer his question, yes, Internet Master, I am. And I got a couple copies. Oh, you're near Toronto. Okay, cool. Cool. Well, maybe when we do our meetups next year, maybe we'll do, the one in Vegas, and then for everybody who can't do Vegas, maybe, just maybe, we could do like an East Coast one, and get some people to come, over here, not too far from us here in Michigan, and do that. Then we can bring some welcome to Michigan shirts for y'all. Okay, now I can't find anybody. Everybody walked away. I was right there and I turned around for 2 seconds and then they were all gone. Costa Nostra says, I can get one sent your way. Nerd, what says hit me up if you still need a Blu-ray copy. Well, so, okay, well, hold on. So I will never look a gift horse in the mouth, Nerd Cosa Nostra. So I have, because I've got the 4K, but as I was explaining, I don't have a 4K player. All I have is my Xbox. So I was going to buy 2 copies, one for my son and one for me on Blu-ray. Yeah, don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Hey, oh, that's cool, Ryan. Yeah, I don't see any of the box sets. I would love to have the box set, but I don't see any of that. Should have a Poindexter sticker under my cap. Well, I just got this cap. But, I got Poindexter Lounge hats. You guys can find those on our Teespring. We got all kinds of fun new stuff there. Cinefini says, I'll do Vegas. All right, cool. Bet. Anchorman says, I'm a Disney shill. But, I mean, Nerd, if you want to send me one, I'll put this back if you're serious. I mean, but they're not out of stock. But I could buy one, and I don't have a problem buying one. But I thought you'd been around for a while and saw that you were just offering. So that's fine. That's fine. So. Oh, you got me? Really? Are you serious? Okay. All right, man. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what I'll do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm still going to buy this one, and I'm going to give this one away. How's that? I will give this one away on the channel to somebody. How about that? Absolutely. That's what we're going to do. Oh, see? Cinefinity says Enosh, buy one and do a giveaway. So there you go. Yep. Thank you, nerd. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Hit me up on social media, and I'll get you my details. All right. That's awesome. Thank you. All right. I gotta find somebody to scan this thing though. I got to. All right. Hold on just a second. Let me ask. Excuse me, gentlemen. Do either one of you have a scanner to price check something for me? Because I just don't want to scan it and then have to have somebody remove it if I don't have to. Oh, do you? Okay, cool.
You got that app on your
Oh, you got the app. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, I'm sorry. Was it there? Where is it?
It's right there on the back.
Oh, there it is. $34.88. Oh, hold on a second. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm live streaming to a bunch of people right now.
Oh, you're fine.
Sorry. Zack Snyder's Justice League just came out this week, and so we talk about it a lot on our YouTube channel. So, all right, cool. I think I now know what somebody was talking about when they said $34.88. I thought they were talking about the movie. Oh my goodness. Okay, so do I get that? All right, you all tell me. Thank you, nerd. Yes. Okay, so it's $34.88. Should I get the Turbo Man, or should I leave it? So Infinity says get it. I'd say get it. Turbo Man, yes. Christmas decoration. You know, I should need to visit New York City. I know. I'll show you all the great toy stores, comic shop. Oh, you know what? See, it is my that's one of my bucket list things. Is I want to go to New York City. I have never been to New York City. Since I've been, an adult. Actually, I mean, I think my grandma said that she took me there once when I was a baby, but that doesn't count. It's like I've been to Hawaii, but I don't remember it. But so there we go. Hello. Look at this. It's all open because they're gonna close, and my phone's gonna die. But that's okay. All right. Actually, if you could help me, I got 2 movies here that I need taken out of the things. Can you help me do that? Thank you.
The vodka guy never came and with the cheese with.
Cherie says, get it now. Okay, but if Tiffany gives me a hard time, thank you. If Tiffany gives me a hard time, Cherie, I'm just going to say, I asked, yes, you know what? I think I will do a stream tonight. What time is it? Oh my goodness, it's 20 to 11. Okay, yeah, so let me get home, get situated. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Let me get home, get situated, do the whole thing. So now she's gonna wonder, like, you bought 2 movies. I told you we need to, hold on, because we spent so much money. All right. Okay. Oh yeah, she's gonna look like you just spent $100. Oh my gosh. Buy 5. Quartering exactly the same. What do we got here? The information is sent to you in the email about Scooby-Doo. Thank you so much. That's right. Stay sweaty. Oh, man. Schnapp. If she does, tell her we made you get it. Okay, Jared. Okay. Geeks and Gamers is like a robot that makes the same angry videos over and over. Right? Oh, that's how you found my channel. Well, thank you, Danny. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Danny. That means a lot. Ordered my Zack Snyder's Justice League trilogy box set off Amazon, and it came today. That's awesome. Yep, so I'll be streaming tonight. I think maybe I might do a call-in stream. How about we do that? There's a couple things I want to talk about, but I think we'll do that. All right, I scanned it. It's in. Oh boy, am I gonna have a lot of explaining to do. All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna put this down for just a second. I think, though, that I know something I can do.
Insert cash or select payment type.
Rob Peter to pay Paul. Not play Paul. guys made me do it. I'm gonna tell her. Save that receipt. Turbo Man.
Thank you for shopping at Walmart.
I'm trying to get Turbo Man in the bag, folks. I gotta keep this a secret from her until Christmas. Happy birthday. Oh, yeah, she got some splendid, right? And you know what? She's probably watching, so. Because she's probably wondering where I'm at, and then she probably saw that the stream is going. Or she thought that that I was on, that I'm in the toy room or something, which I'm not, so. All right. All right. Cool. Now I'm set and ready to go. All right. Well, we did it, folks. We got Zack Snyder's Justice League. I got it for Landon, and so that's cool. And then we got a copy to give away at the channel. So somebody is going to get a copy of Zack Snyder's Justice, and I think that's fitting too. And I kind of wanted to do that, but like, I didn't think I was really going to be able to, just because I came back from vacation, like I said, and I spent a lot. Tell Chris Vaughn. I love Jingle All the Way too. Thank you, Nerd. Yeah, I saw it pop up on my phone here, so I will get with you for sure. Thank you so much. I appreciate that too, by the way. Let's see. Remember when people said the Snyder Cut didn't exist? Those guys must feel really awkward now. They need to. I forgot where I parked. They need to, because I just bought 2 copies of a movie that doesn't exist. Relevant asks, any chance of the Snyderverse moving forward? So, hold on a second, let me get my keys. I will just say this. Like, you're seeing the behind the scenes here. It's your fault. It's your fault. She just texted me. I am in so much trouble. She just texted me. She literally just texted me. She just texted me. She gets the updates. So, but I think I got a way to put it back. I think I got a way to take care of it. So, we'll see. Now what was I saying? I saw the text. Hold on a second. I got my charger here. Hold on a second, because I was down to 10%. Hold on. Put the charger in. Okay, hold on a second. I just gotta make sure it's charging. You guys are getting to see the behind the scenes stuff at the Poindexter Lounge, right? Okay, hold on. Stick with me for just a second. I've got to make sure that it's charging, because I was less than 10%, so hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm all right. I was just saying, there was 52 of you, now there's only 43. Like, that's funny. Like, literally, there were 52 of you, and then I accidentally closed my phone for a second, and we lost. Oh, we got a couple back. Okay. But you guys are watching the like behind the scenes stuff at the Poindexter Lounge, right? So if for some reason you all lose me and this actually does die, give it a couple seconds, because it may just be something that happened. But if it doesn't come back, you know that my phone died. All right. The Poindexter mobile, right? For sure. Let's see. They're creator focused, unlike At&t, so it's more likely now. Oh yeah. So the Snyderverse. So here's the thing, guys, about the Snyderverse. There's absolutely, look, anybody, I get it, people are burned out, okay, and I understand, and that's why I don't fault anybody for being, for feeling like that it couldn't happen, right? I really don't fault anybody. I understand it. I get it, and even when my friends have talked about it and said, I don't think that the Snyderverse is going to continue, whatever. I get it, but really I hear myself actually saying the same things that they're actually saying, but for some reason I think people thought that it was just going to happen right away. It's not going to happen right away, okay? What's up, Saggy? Love you. Love you. If the Snyderverse happens, it's not going to happen right away, right? It's going to happen over time. It's going to take a while. And so, yeah, I mean, but we still need to make our voice heard about it, right? You know, look, I don't believe in harassing them at this point. I believe in the hashtag. Absolutely. Snyderverse, hashtag. I definitely am down with that. You know, being polite. I don't think that we should just be like bombing them with stuff or being rude. There, you know, there's some people who are doing that or boycotting everything. I think that there are different ways that we can do this. I just really think at this point there are different ways we can do this because I feel that there are things to come. Look, the current regime, and I've said this over and over again, and I can't make it any. Thank you, appreciate that, El Divino Vega. I just got back from Chicago and got to go to Wrigley Field, me and my family, and so I picked up this hat there at Wrigley Field, and it was cheap too. It was $9.99. I picked up this hat because it's got the 2018 postseason thing. I actually think that's cool, and it's like all glittery and stuff. But apparently they only had like a few more of these, and so it's not a fitted hat, but it's still a nice. It's a snapback hat, and Landon got one too, and so. So, you know, so the thing is like, look, if you think that the current regime at Warner Brothers is like Walter Hamada and Toby Emmerich and all them are just going to wake up tomorrow and be like, hey guys, we changed our minds. We're going to give you the Snyderverse. No. The only way that that's going to happen is things like what you can do right now. Go buy Zack Snyder's Justice League. Hunt that sucker down just like I did tonight. Hunt that thing down. Find it. Buy it. Buy a couple copies if you can, right? And some people, I've heard some people say, well, don't do that because it's giving money to Warner Brothers. And people were mad at Warner Brothers today for promoting Zack Snyder's Justice League. But here's what we got to remember. We live in this bubble, okay? We know about this. Everybody doesn't know about, like I told you, tonight I literally called Target and asked them about it. And the guy like listened to we started talking about it, and he listened to my whole story about Zack Snyder's Justice League, and he actually thanked me for telling him about it because he didn't realize the story behind it. You know, and then when I was at the other Walmart, that kid didn't even know about it, right? So we think that everybody just knows this because we're very, very into it. But everybody doesn't. So we got to share the story, buy Zack Snyder's Justice League. One, just to have it for yourself, but then also, you know, to help promote it. Because look, if their parent companies see that this is something, this is not just, they can't deny all this. And here's the great thing. DVD sales are recorded, right? They didn't want to give us the numbers on HBO Max for the streaming stuff. This physical media means something, guys. And so I told the kid at the other Walmart when he told me that everything was sold out, I smiled and he looks like, well, I'm really sorry that I don't have it for you, sir. I'm like, no, you don't understand. It makes me very happy that it's sold out, right? So exactly, Sean. They can't hide the physical media sales, right? So so here's the thing. We got to support it in every way we can. Share the hashtag. Be vocal about it without being rude, okay? And without saying that we're going to hate everything that they ever do going forward, because I just don't think that's not going to do anything for them. They don't buy that yet. What's up, Goldman? He says, I might actually buy the trilogy set. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Even though I don't like PBS. It's all right, man. It's all good. But seriously, like, here's the thing. We have to keep doing those things until Discovery takes over. Now, when Discovery takes over, it is quite possible. There is a great chance, actually, that the Snyderverse could continue as they do this multiverse thing, right? And that they could do something like that. So, now, if they come in and they're like, no, I will say this, and I've said this. Look, Zack Snyder has said he wants to do it. He said he wants to come back. So, he wants to finish his story. and I'm sorry if this offends anybody, but I'm not at the same time, because it's just, this is my personal opinion and thoughts, okay? This is not to detract from anybody else who's a friend of mine or who has differing opinions or anything like that. This is just my opinions and my thoughts. If Zack Snyder says, look guys, I'm done, I feel that he would say that. Zack Snyder, if he's really done, he would say that, okay? Because Zack cares about the fans. He's not just any director, he's not just anybody, he actually cares about the fans. And he would not have the fans doing something that he knew he wasn't going to continue, okay? And I really feel that way. He pushed for the Snyder Cut because he knew that the Snyder Cut existed even when they said it didn't. Yes, he has pushed us forward towards the Snyderverse because he knows that he still wants to do it. Discovery Plus, Discovery is our chance. Okay, if Discovery comes in and for some reason they say no, they're absolutely not going to pursue it or whatever, you know, then I don't know what the next step is for the Snyderverse. But I think too, different people have different ideas on what they want from the Snyderverse. Some people want them to completely eliminate everything else except for Zack Snyder's stuff. I don't think that that's the way to go. I think that we should have stuff for everybody, right? Stuff for people who want lighter fare. Stuff. There's people, look, who I don't understand them, but they didn't like Zack Snyder's Justice League, right? I can't understand that. You don't understand that. We don't understand that. But there's people, like, it's all subjective, right? There's people, I've actually met people who don't like The Empire Strikes Back. I don't get it. It's literally my favorite movie of all time. Movie, hands down, right? Like, of any movie. So, well, let's start at what does The Flash mean for us? So, the thing is with The Flash, I'm reserving judgment. And I've said this, and I just think it's the thing to do. I need to reserve judgment because that's a movie that's not coming out to the end of next year. And, I actually, I enjoyed Shazam. I'm actually looking forward to seeing Aquaman 2. Look, it's his Empire Strikes Back is overrated. But that's the thing, it's all subjective, right? So I'm just saying, like, when it comes to a movie that's going to come out, a year and a half from now, I can't speak to it because a lot could happen in a year and a half. And I also look at it this way. I think Muschietti is going, this is just my feeling, I feel that Muschietti is going to pay tribute to Zack Snyder's Justice League. I really do. Because there's been rumors that he watched Zack Snyder's Justice League and it really inspired him. And so I have a feeling that that's going to be the type of Flash that we see in this movie. That's my hope. That's my hope. Also, the fact that Ben Affleck came back for this film, he only came back to Batman because of Zack Snyder. You got to remember that. He only came back to playing Batman because of Zack Snyder. He filmed his Batman scenes on Zack Snyder's driveway, right? So, that being said, after everything that happened with Justice League, that's been documented with Ben and everything, I'll just, well, Sean, I like the It movies, right? But yeah, it's all subjective, right? So I really like, those movies. So, but I get it. Like that's actually those two movies got the first It movie, for example, got landed my son into horror movies, and now he loves horror movies, right? So yeah, so I'm thankful for that because actually before that he was like scared of the dark, and he asked me if he could see it. I was like, I don't know, and then he saw it and it changed everything for him when he was littler. So the thing is about the Flash movie is like I have a real hard time believing. And look, if it turns out to be true that Ben Affleck went into this Flash movie, and this Flash movie craps all over Zack Snyder's, vision, I'm going to be really disappointed in Ben, and so are a lot of people. And it's really going to tarnish that a lot. And at one point, Ezra Miller, hey, what's up, Nash? Here from Stone Chiropractic. Keep up the... Thank you, man. Thank you. That's from my chiropractor. I was just talking about you guys a little bit earlier because I was talking about Dr. Stone's daughter because we were having a big nerd conversation today. Yeah, I was just out today. I had to pick up a copy of Zack Snyder's Justice League on Blu-ray. That's awesome. Thanks, Nash. But yeah, so what I was talking about is so the Flash movie. If Ezra, because at one point Ezra was backing out of being in the Flash movie. It was talked about because of the whole ordeal with Zack. So I really believe that with both of them coming back, especially Ben, I just really doubt that he would come back to something DC like that if it crapped all over Zack's work because of how close they are, and that it was Zack who inspired him and got him to come back as Batman for the reshoots on Zack Snyder's Justice League. So there's that. Then there's the Ray Fisher thing, and I'm actually working on. I'd like to have Ray back. We've talked to Wayne T. Carr, who, if you don't know, they were, Wayne T. Carr was actually hired to play Green Lantern, but he didn't make it in the movie because of Warner Brothers. They told him he couldn't have Green Lantern in the movie. But Wayne has been on the channel many times. He was just on a couple of weeks ago, and Wayne reiterated, what Ray Fisher said recently at a con, that now he had changed his mind because both of them had said right here on the Poindexter Lounge that they were going to see the Flash movie. And my point was, well, if only Ray Fisher knows what happened to Ray Fisher, right? And the other people who those things happened to. So, and those that he shared that with, right? So my point was that if, in fact, he can compartmentalize, and that's the words that he used. Those weren't my words. He said, I can compartmentalize and realize that, you know what? Everybody who works on this Flash movie is not Walter Hamada. They're not Toby Emmerich. Those are higher ups. Those are executives, right? There's a lot of good people who are working on this Flash movie. Now that being said, I do have to think about, think of all the movies that we watch, right? Eli, I'm going to address some of your statements here in a minute, buddy. I just wanted to get this out first. You think of a lot of the movies, though, that we watch, a lot of the executives at the top. Look at the Weinstein Corporation, for example. Are we never going to watch any of those, Matrix movies? The first 3 Matrix movies? Again? Because they were made under the Weinstein banner? It's a good question. It's a good question, but we know how bad Hollywood has always been, right? So the thing is that I don't know if we go to the executive level and we say that we're not going to see something because of the executive level. I understand the idea of protest, and I get that. And look, I don't fault anybody. If that's your personal thing. And actually, and that's what Wayne T. Carr said. The guy filmed scenes on Zack Snyder's driveway as well to be Green Lantern. And even he said, look, this is my choice. This is Ray's choice, but we're not going to hold everybody. You're right, Danny. This is about heart. Absolutely. Thank you so much for saying that. We're not going to hold everybody, to the same thing that we feel about this. And I think that's the important thing. And I'm working on trying to get Ray to come back when he's available to do, streams again and some different things. He's working on some stuff. He's doing cons and stuff like that. So I think that's a really important distinction to understand. It's those guys aren't holding everybody else accountable. They're saying, look, everybody's got to have their own feeling about this. And I don't want to put any words in Ray's mouth, but that's what, what Wayne said. So it makes it really hard. It really does make it very difficult when it comes to this Flash movie, because yeah, I'm mad. I'm very upset at the higher ups that have to do with this film. And I'm brokenhearted over Ray Fisher. But you know, Ray Fisher stepped away from this movie, and that was his absolute choice to do it, and I respect him for it. I absolutely respect Ray for it. You know, and then again, as a DC fan, it's very, very difficult, you know, with that whole thing, you know, because I remember being 12 years old and going to see Michael Keaton as Batman. That's a huge memory for me. I literally got to take my son to our movie theater a couple of years ago because they replayed Batman, right? You know, and so that movie has a lot of value for me. And seeing Keaton, you know, I know, you know, like Dawson, my good friend Dawson, nerdy in many ways, like I've heard him make a couple of jokes about it, you know, but he doesn't have the connection that I have. Dawson's a lot younger than I am, right? So to hear Dawson say, you know, oh, do we need a 70-year-old Batman? It's not that we need a 70-year-old Batman. It's just that, like, when I think of like Batman Beyond or something like that, I can imagine Michael Keaton in that suit again for some reason, like something drags him back into it, you know? And there's that. I like the idea of a multiverse, because with a multiverse movie, if they establish that what the funny thing is by them doing a multiverse movie, they are literally setting the stages for Zack Snyder's Snyderverse to continue. Because what we're saying is all this that can exist, right? We can have Sasha Calle as Supergirl in this universe, but we could always have a different Supergirl if they wanted to go a traditional route for some reason. You know, but you can have the Flash. That's why we're going to see, you know, it said that we're going to see Grant Gustin as the Flash. And there's going to be the payoff from watching the Flash TV show, because, you know, Ezra Miller appeared on there. And so we're going to see that. I would love to see Michelle Pfeiffer come back. I've actually heard a couple of rumors, and I can't substantiate those, but I heard rumors that Michelle Pfeiffer was coming back and that Danny DeVito were coming back as, you know, Catwoman and Penguin. I don't understand how a Danny DeVito thing works, but, you know, it's a different universe. You know, maybe it's not the exact same one. I don't know, right? I don't know, but yeah, is this the future? Is Barbara the commissioner in that? You know, so it's like, I don't know what they're gonna do, but it sounds like from what Muschietti said, and I keep going back to this, folks, and this is why it's important. Like, I get it, everybody can't see everything, and everybody can't read everything and everything, but I also think it's important that, well, then don't get mad at everybody, right? Because some people see certain things and certain, you know, other people don't. But Muschietti said, look, everything up to this point has happened, right? And everything that will happen counts as well for this movie. That this Flash movie is going to change the game that way. And, you know, you talk about animation. I said during the Crisis on Infinite Earths thing, when they're skipping, you know, Earth to Earth and everything, I would have loved for there to have been an Earth where all of a sudden you see like Earth, you know, 75 or whatever, whenever the Super Friends first came out, 76, or I can't remember when, was it 70? It was like 75, 76. Might have been 74. I don't know. But like whatever Earth that is, can you imagine if it had said that and then you would have heard, meanwhile at the Hall of Justice? I would have lost it. What if one of the worlds that Ezra Miller's Flash skips to, what's up, Matt? Good luck, buddy. What if one of those worlds is Kevin Conroy's Batman's world, right? The Batman animated series. 73. Thank you, comic. I knew it was somewhere right in there. What if it is, right? What if there's literally something for everybody there? I don't know. None of us know. We could speculate till the cows come home. At this point, you know, unless barring some last minute miracle, you know, Ray Fisher won't be making an appearance in the movie. And I think that that's sad, because I've been looking forward to this Flash Cyborg team up movie. And also knowing someone was perving on me. Someone was perving on me. that means. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I must have missed that. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Anyways, like, I don't know what's going to happen with all that. I just know that I wanted to see that team up movie, and knowing what has happened with Ray, I've already said I'm definitely not going to. Oh, somebody was looking at me. Nice. Well, they're closed, so that's why. But I'm not going to give it my best money. I'm not going to go opening night unless there's something that changes, and for some reason, he ends up making a cameo. It will still suck though that he only makes a cameo if he does last minute and they film something instead of being, part of the movie. But I feel like they could still put him in, even if it's last minute. That being said, I'm not going to give it my best money when I do see it. Because that's what I still believe. Like, look, just because I love Ray Fisher and I love Wayne T. Carr, but we should never make a decision. I don't think we should ever just like run off and just like make flippant decisions and goes, well, because this person said this, I'm just going to do it now. Just because I tell you that I'm doing something, right? You shouldn't just go out and just like take that as like, well, that's what I should do now. Like, you know what I mean? I don't feel that that's how that works. I feel like everybody has to make their own decisions at the end of the day. And so, I respect Ray Fisher. I stand with Ray Fisher. I love Ray Fisher. He's an awesome guy. I love Wayne T. Carr. I love Zack Snyder. And my desire is not to do anything to cause them harm or to hurt them or do anything like that. But like I said, I agreed with Ray and others when they were on my own program. And they said, we're still going to see it because we're going to compartmentalize and realize that everybody who works on this film is not that executive. That there are some good people who are working on this film. They're doing their jobs, right? There's people who are operating cameras, and there's people who are operating lights, and there's people who are doing these different things. And so, and he talked about how his friends were in the movie. That Ezra and Ben were in the movie, and I felt that from his heart. And then, Ray Porter even said the exact same thing. Ray Porter said the exact same thing. Darkseid, man, he said the exact same thing here on this channel. You can find that. It was during, actually, if you go back, if you didn't see it, look for the video where we did, where we had both of them on. Both Ray Porter and Ray Fisher, and it's in there, and that's what Ray said during that. And at one point, even Wayne T. Carr said, I'm going to go see the movie. I'm just not going to give it my best money. And I said, you know what? That makes a lot of sense to me. I'm not going to go opening night if Ray's not in it. And I'm not going to, go to a late showing, where I have to pay full price for it. If I do it, it's going to be on like, a Tuesday afternoon, couple weeks after it came out, after that opening box office that means everything is done, and then the movie's just, doing whatever. I'm going to, and see, see what's going on, see what's happening with it. Because I still stand by what I agreed, with them when they said that. And now I know that, in the last couple weeks, they just, not last couple weeks, but last, month or so, they changed that statement. And that's interesting to me. And I'm definitely willing to have that conversation with those guys, for sure, and hear their hearts. And maybe something that they say changes my mind for that. But I still feel the way that they felt. And they're the guys that it happened to. Right, so I know there's been a lot of people who have attacked me, and all right, thank you, Jared. There's a lot of people who have attacked me and said some really mean things to me because I said that eventually I was going to go see the movie. But those guys said they were going to go see the movie. Now they've changed their mind, but only somebody who blindly follows others and doesn't think for themselves would just go, well, they said it, so I'm going to do it. I didn't agree just because they said it. I felt that was the right thing. If I just went, yep, they said it, guys, and now I'm not going to go see it, and neither should you, because if you see it, I've literally seen people saying that if you go see this movie, you're a racist. And I have a problem going that far. Because you're going to say that all the people who just worked on the movie are a racist? Is Ben Affleck a racist? He's in the movie. Is Michael Keaton a racist? He's in the movie. Is Ezra Miller a racist? He's in the movie. Who else? I mean, Sasha Calais, she's a Latino woman. She's in the movie. So if they're in the movie and getting paid for the movie, and we don't hold them to that kind of, kind of thing, I don't think we should hold people who just are DC fans and just want to see a DC movie to that same thing. But maybe you got a different opinion than me, and that's fine. I just ask you that you don't, don't try to attack me, for just being curious about a movie that I've wanted to see for a long time. Yeah, Ezra did choke out that girl, and even that was kind of weird, right? Like that whole choke out situation. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, because I don't know what the answer. I can't tell you, right? I've had people ask me, people message me and say, should I go see this? Should I go see Suicide Squad? Should I go see this movie, that movie? And I'm like, I can't tell you. That's not for me to tell you. I'm just a guy. I literally just took you into Walmart, and we bought a movie together, and we bought a Funko Pop and a gift for Tiffany. But we can't, just in case she tunes in, I'm not gonna say it. But I think those are all decisions you have to make for themselves. And I saw somebody earlier say it, and I don't know if I know we want to see Rick's Flash. I do understand that. There's a lot of things that I want like that, like I want to get back a lot of this stuff that we, that Warner Brothers has done to DC properties for the last 30 years. Oh, Fenway is on my bucket list. I got Wrigley Field off my bucket list. I was just talking with Isaac, because I want to take Isaac to the Baseball Hall of Fame. I owe that for him. That was for his graduation, but because of COVID, we couldn't go. So I want to take him. And I was actually looking. It's only about 4 hours. Fenway's only about 4 hours away, and so we'll see. I don't know if we'll drive the extra 4 hours and maybe go catch a game before the season's done, or maybe we'll wait till spring. But Fenway, I got to go to Fenway. I want to go to Fenway, and I want to go to Dodger Stadium. I got to go to Dodger Stadium. I'm a Dodger fan too. But, at the end of the day, guys, remember, these are movies. They're superhero movies. And I know there's a lot of serious things that have taken place. And look, that does not excuse what people have done, right? It doesn't excuse that. So we do have to hold those people accountable. How do we do that? I don't. Thank you, Eli. How do we do that? I don't know what the best way to do it is. I don't. I really don't. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy with a YouTube channel, looking at some guys and girls, and saying, hey, you know what? Let's try to come together on some of this stuff. But don't attack each other for just having different thoughts on it. I agree. We are at a pivotal point right now, and I think that you hate the Dodgers. You're an Angels fan, but I would go to a Dodgers game with you. Aw, that's sweet, Dork Knight. I grew up in Vegas, and we were Dodger fans growing up, so I just it was a big deal to me. Plus, I'm a Tigers fan, being here in Michigan, and when Kirk Gibson went there and won in '88 with that home run, man, I thought I personally, the 12-year-old that I was, personally, felt like my prayers made that home run possible from Kirk Gibson to win that game 1 against Eckersley. But yeah, so that's my point, guys. I know all the points, I know all the things, and I wrestle with it. And like I said, I could still talk to Ray, and he may shed some light on some things that I don't know. And you know, I'm not going to say that there's like absolutely no possible way that I could ever, you know, say I'm not going to go see it now. I'm not going to say that either, because look, depending upon, you know, certain information, who knows? But right now, I feel like I'm going to delay it, you know, and hope for the best. And I'm going to hope that it delivers those things that I have I have a suspicious feeling that it's going to have some good stuff in there about that. You know, and so that's kind of where I'm at, you know. Now look, when it comes to Fandom, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I want to see the game stuff for the Suicide Squad, because I think the game stuff for the Suicide Squad looks interesting. What else am I interested in? There's a couple things that I'm interested in from Fandom. Oh, I'm interested actually in the Black Adam stuff. I actually am interested in Black Adam. The Batman, I'll be honest with you, I'm interested in the Batman. But I'm not completely sold that I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to make a lot of money, and I think a lot of people are going to be very happy with it. I do like the ideas that I hear about it being like a horror movie, but then I think to myself, well, good Lord, if that's the way it is and everybody's griping and complaining about Ben Affleck's Batman being too dark, shut up. You know, but then I see things in there that they're like, oh, but you know, he's got a strong moral code and he absolutely, you know, reinforces that he doesn't kill anybody. Well, what does that mean, right? Are they going to take jabs at that? You know, like I don't know, but I want to give Pattinson a chance. You know, like I liked the Suicide Squad movie, and I actually thought John Cena did a decent job in there. But am I excited for Peacemaker? No. No, I'm not. I just, like, there's a difference between like, hey, I'm gonna watch it, and like, I'm really excited for it, I can't wait for it, right? Like for example, right now, HBO Max, Titans is fire. I love Titans. I can't wait to watch the next episode of Titans, and I've been that way ever since the show came on. I have loved Titans, loved it. I've watched Doom Patrol. Now, I know there's a lot of people who love Doom Patrol, so don't think that I'm crapping on Doom Patrol, because I'm not. But I've watched Doom Patrol when I can, right? And I'm all caught up, but, you know, it's not a priority for me, Doom Patrol. The Harley Quinn cartoon, priority. I'm watching that sucker right now. When it comes out, man, I'm on that, right? So there's things like that, you know. That's how I feel about most of the stuff on Fandom right now. It just, you know, I don't know, and I hate feeling torn as a DC fan, because I've been a DC fan all my life, and all I've ever wanted is DC to succeed. That's all I've wanted. And I don't know. So Venomous, I haven't seen Stargirl this season. I did like Stargirl last season, actually. I was actually impressed with Stargirl last season, but I haven't caught up. And I'll be honest with you, I love The Flash. I've loved that. I've stuck with that show through thick and thin. I've watched one episode of The Flash from this season. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I've wanted them to succeed my whole life, because I'm a lifelong DC fan. I like the Marvel stuff, but I love DC. And so it's hard. It's really hard right now to deal with that stuff, to see who's running DC, you know. Slade, yeah, I'll take a look at it, man. I will definitely take a look at it. You need to take a risk and announce. They need to take a risk and announce the Ayer cut Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 and Batfleck movie at Fandom to win back the fans. Well, you know, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I mean, I don't think any of the I don't think any of the Snyderverse stuff is going to get announced. I'm just being realistic. If they do, yeah, man, I mean, obviously I'll be excited, but I don't feel that they're going to do that. The Ayer cut, good God, man, I don't understand why they don't. Look, I've been honest with everybody, and I said, like, leading up to the Suicide Squad coming out, I held back because they're friends. They've supported each other. David Ayers absolutely supported what's his name? Oh my gosh, it's yeah, it's getting late. James Gunn, right? He's absolutely supported James Gunn. So those guys are friends, and he's actually called for us to not, attack James and not attack that movie. So I held off, but then once the movie came out, now I say, okay, give it a little bit of, give it a little bit of space, right? Let that movie do what it wanted to do. And now, it's time for the Ayer cut. Hey, Nightstar, what's going on, man? Yeah, you know what, though? I believe in brick and mortar. I'm an old-fashioned guy like that. I believe in brick and mortar. I'll get stuff off of Amazon if I can. But like, if I want it tonight, I want it tonight. And I wanted it tonight. And I like to make sure that I get stuff. So I hate the world that we live in where we have to get everything offline nowadays. It's killing cities. I mean, it's very convenient. It's very convenient. But it's killing cities. And it's killing cities like the one that I live in. We used to have 2 Targets. I got 1 now. We still have 3 Walmarts, actually 4 Walmarts in the general area all the way around. Yeah, and hey, shh, on the Turbo Man. Although Tiffany could watch this at any time. Because I think I'm gonna give it to her for Christmas. So, Benimus asks, do I? Yeah, Ayer cut may have to wait until after the move too. If there's anything that's gonna come through before that, it would be the Ayer cut. What version we get at the end of the day and how they present it, I don't know. But I want to see it because I love Jared Leto and I loved his Joker, and that's enough for me, man. That makes me want to see that for sure. But as far as Transformers toys, so I don't actively collect any Transformers. I just got some of those Transformers Red figures. I got the Optimus, and I got the Soundwave, and I got the Megatron. And I really like those. I got some old school stuff. I had a Megatron when I was a kid in 1984. If you don't think that I wish that I still had that, man, oh man, oh man. But I got 2 Optimus Primes, 2 original Optimus Primes. I got my original Soundwave. I got a second Soundwave, and I bought the reissue Soundwave. So I got 3 Soundwaves, but 2 originals, 1 newer one. And dude, you are absolutely allowed to ask a Star Wars question, Goldman. You are allowed to do anything you want to do, man. I love Goldman. If you have, go subscribe to Goldman. If you love Star Wars, go subscribe. I always say it, but I mean it. I really mean it. Goldman has a great Star Wars channel. No, so I got some Transformers. I got a Sound Blaster, the Autobot boombox. I got him. I got a bunch of little ones, from when I was a kid and everything. It is what it is. Oh, come on, Internet Master. Dude, the stuff that the ending, that sets up for the Mandalorian and all that stuff, because they literally take all that is setting up for the Mandalorian and what's going to be coming next with Thrawn, because Thrawn goes in the book we're talking about so many different things here. I'm like getting all thing backwards. Of course, like the Dark Force Rising and the Last Command and Heir to the Empire. Heir to the Empire. Thank you, Goldman. Like, it's why is it I remember all the rest of them right when I need to, right? Heir to the Empire set all that up, man. And you know, with Wayland, the planet where the Emperor put all of his stockpile of everything, and they ran into Joruus C'baoth, who was a crazy clone and all that stuff. That was all there, and that's what they set up at the end of Bad Batch. They actually showed them. They go to Wayland, and that's Mount Tantus, that they're there. And so, man, look, I get it. You know, Bad Batch had some good episodes, had some you know, filler episodes, and it had some kind of bland episodes. You know, they were just kind of they were just there. But man, there's a lot of hidden stuff in Bad Batch that I think a lot of people overlooked because they didn't catch it. You know, whatever, it is what it is. Let's see. Did Goldman ever ask his question? Oh, excited for Visions. My thoughts on the Bad Batch. Okay, so first, Bad Batch. I like the Bad Batch. It's not my favorite Star Wars thing. I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do with what's her name, the clone. I'm really interested in that. So no stream tonight. I'm assuming this one counts as one. We'll see. What time is it? My goodness, it's 11:30 now. Man, it's been an hour and a half. But I did really enjoy the Bad Batch, and I thought it was good, and I really liked it. As for Visions, I'm going to be absolutely transparent. I still have not. I saw a little bit of the trailer for Visions. I still have to watch it. I think it's just because everybody kept telling me, well, it's anime, and so it just has not become a priority because I'm just not a big anime fan. I have plenty of friends who are, and I support them and I love them for it. It's just not my favorite thing. There's a few animes that I like, so if I'm gonna like an anime of anything, it would be Star Wars. But I don't know if that's gonna be the thing for me. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. What did you think of? I don't think I've seen your take on that yet. Oh man, I tell you what, Rebels is so good to me though, man. I love Rebels so much. I mean, that show gave us so much about the Force and so many things like that, man. Yeah, no, dude, Rebels for me is the best animated thing that has ever been. I like it better than the Clone Wars, and I only say that because I don't think the Clone Wars. There's a lot of amazing things. There's a lot of amazing episodes where really great things happen, but a lot of those things are fleshed out like later on, you know, like through Rebels, you know. So I definitely think it's, you know, it's vital watching, but I didn't like all of Clone Wars. Oh, is he? I didn't know that he was in Visions. That's cool. I'm sure they're quaking in their boots. Yeah, I'm sure the Phantom Menace just can't wait for that one. You know, look, we all know, and I guess it's the way I can kind of bring this to an end so I can go home. I haven't left because I know that I'm going to hit this bad area. There's like this, you know how there's like dead zones, you know? I keep looking over here, but my camera lens is right there. So there's like, you know, there's a dead zone on the way home. So I know that I'll hit that and then I'll lose you guys. Ryan Kittle's bad WW hat. Oh, that's funny. So look, all those guys, man, you know, look how they you know, circled the wagons. They do the same thing with everything, right? That's just what they do. You know, that's how they address this stuff. They all, it's like they got a network of, you know, Wonder Woman, bad Ryan Kindle's bad Wonder Woman hat. That's funny. But yeah, all these guys, I mean, they are truly the epitome of an echo chamber. Somebody commented on yesterday's video that we did, the live stream, and said today that, you know, like, oh, well, you know, none of those guys are Fandom Menace anymore, right? You know, and Mecha Random's not Fandom Menace, and this person's a Fandom Menace, and that person's not. And I'm like, okay, but just because somebody tells you something verbally doesn't mean anything if they still literally believe the same, talk the same, act the same, still have the same, just still are preaching the same message that all the so-called still in the Fandom Menace people are, and they haven't changed, right? And you're talking about, look, as much as Jeremy wanted to deny, I wasn't a leader in the Fandom Menace, bullcrap. All those guys are leaders, and the Fandom Menace would not have gained the kind of traction that it has if those people hadn't risen and been what they were. So all this BS about this, you know, about Jeremy's not in the Fandom Menace anymore, Ryan Kindle's not in the Fandom Menace anymore, this person's not in the Fandom Menace anymore. Like, look, they kicked Mecha Random out. She didn't leave on her own account, as far as I know. They pretty much kicked her right out. But the thing is they all still talk the same. So I don't buy it. I don't buy it for a second, right? It's all BS. It's the same thing, guys, as like as we were talking about when Jeremy was on my stream. We don't answer a question directly, right? Right, Goldman, who is really still in the Fandom Menace anyways, right? Like, who cares? Who cares? You can call it whatever you want to call it. It's still the same thing, right? You say, well, you know, they still just believe the same way, but they're not officially, like, come on. There's no place where you can, like, punch a card and you're like, hey, look, I'm in the Fandom Menace. It's all a nebulous thing anyways. So the thing is they can say I'm not in the Fandom Menace anymore. If it's a duck, it's a duck. You could tell me it's a chicken all day long, but a duck is a duck. So there you go. Right, Cherie? Exactly. Look, and I know a lot of good people who consider themselves Fandom Menace, okay? They consider themselves to be, they recognize that group because they found a family. But that's the thing, is these people found, they came together around something that they did not enjoy. Star Wars. Mostly, in particular, the sequel trilogy. And that's fine, but it's how far it's gone. Because it's no longer just about, hey, I like something and you like something, or I don't like something and you don't like something. It's become downright pathetic. It's become downright just exhausting. You know, and you're like, well, don't watch us then. Well, it's kind of hard when I do a YouTube channel, and if I say I love Star Wars, I get a chat room with people in here telling me how I'm stupid, or I don't know Star Wars, or I don't understand Star Wars, right? Because I do. Oh, I do. Trust me, I do. So if you get attacked, Cherie, you don't hate Star Wars. No one really hates Star Wars. Just saying. I guarantee you. I guarantee. I guarantee you that if you watch Star Wars with me, Cherie, and the family, you would love it. So here's something interesting. You have the exact same, here's Overlord DVD. It's the exact same screen name. I highly doubt it's Doomcock. What does that mean? Can you like stop being mean to me? That's why I know it's a joke. Can you like stop? Of course, we're seeing crazier things happen. I mean, Jeremy came on, right? So can you like stop being mean to me? I'll sit on the button if I have to. What does that mean? I'll sit on the button if I have to. I'm guessing it's a joke. I'm gonna treat it as such. I mean, like, because usually, but it says Overlord DVD. I don't, but I think it might be like how it's put together or whatever. But of course, I didn't think that Jeremy was Jeremy, and then turned out to be Jeremy. But I don't think Doomcock would come in like that, and I don't think Doomcock cares about what I say. I don't think he cares if I'm being, quote, mean to him. So I think that's a joke. But to end the word, Harvey will hit the button. If I said to end the word, to end what word? Oh, Fandom menace? Is that what you're talking about? Doomcock, if that is you, and I will say this because, like I said, I didn't believe it was Jeremy before. Doomcock, if that actually is you, my DMs are open. Feel free to DM me. I would love to have a conversation with you, actually. I really would. I really would. So I'm always open to a conversation to end the world. I'll sit on the button to end the world. Harvey will hit the button. Can you stop being mean to me? I'll sit on the button if I have to end the world. Well, why would I want you to sit on the button to end the world? Why would I want that? Wouldn't want you to sit on the button, because then we go off, right? He'll hit the button. But look, it's just the same thing. People have just taken this thing way too far, and there's people who are really pushing this hatred of everything way too far. And that's, it's just really unfortunate, because I really feel like we shouldn't be spending all of our time doing that. There's too many important things in the world, right, than complaining about Star Wars or complaining about The Rocketeer, which, look, I like The Rocketeer, and I had never watched the Disney Plus, or not Disney Plus, but the Disney Kids, whatever it is, show. But I've come to find out that apparently the little girl in The Rocketeer is related to the original Rocketeer. That's where she gets the stuff from, and I can't remember if the Rocketeer is like her grandpa or something. But the guy who played the Rocketeer is actually in the cartoon. So how is that bad? It's a thing for little kids. It's not trying to present wokeness or anything like that. It's not trying to do anything like that. It's literally just a little girl with a pink rocket on her back. And they even linked it to the original show. They didn't replace the original movie. And even if they do this Tuskegee Airman thing, it's not replacing what was there. And it actually looks like an interesting story. That's what I'm about. Stories. Look, I've said over and over again, there are plenty of woke things, yes, in the world. There are plenty of things that, yes, have been taken over. The show Supergirl. I don't understand, why has Doomcock never done a video about Supergirl? Overlord DVD, if that is you, why have you never done a video about Supergirl? And how literally they destroyed that show by making it the most over-the-top, woke, feminist agenda thing, when it didn't have to be. But where's that outrage, right? Where is the fact that literally they jobbed out Superman for how many years? How many years did they job out Superman on there? Now Tyler Hoechlin has his own show, but there's people who literally wouldn't give that show a chance because of what they had done to him. And he's a decent Superman. He's not my favorite, but he's a decent Superman. But I had to stop. I literally stopped watching Supergirl because it was that bad. But here's the problem. You don't go after the things that are actually there. It's the over-the-top stuff of oh, yes, behind every rock in Star Wars, there's an SJW, or there's a identity politics, or we're looking for it now in little Rocketeer Girl cartoons. Or, like, tell me this, if that really is you, Overlord DVD, how is it that you do a video about the Rocketeer that you literally go round and round and round and talk about how it's a disgrace, it's destroying our culture? You go around everything without just saying, I don't like it because he's black. Or what, you just want a proper sequel? Are you gonna bring back the original guy as an old man? Is that what you wanna see? You wanna see a sequel from like 30 years later? Okay, they could still do that. Now I know that that's not Overlord DVD. you actually, that's funny. That's funny. You actually write on that show, so ethically I couldn't review it. That's funny. That's funny because your IMDb, which by the way, I'm still trying to figure out, and so are others, how somebody's IMDb, because he has submitted an IMDb, you're not supposed to be able to use an alias or a character name for your IMDb like that. You know, like a character name, and Doomcock is definitely a character name. I hope your name's not really Doomcock. You know, the guy behind the mask, I should say. I don't remember seeing Supergirl writing credits on your IMDb, Doomcock. That's funny. That's really funny. It's not blackwashing. Look, I even said on the show Supergirl, for example, they literally, that is something where, like, they should have, if they really wanted to, they should have just made James Olsen a different character, because he doesn't look like Jimmy Olsen, he doesn't sound like Jimmy Olsen, he doesn't look like Jimmy Olsen, act like Jimmy Olsen. The character is completely removed. And I said, that's not Jimmy Olsen. So they should have just made it a completely different character if they wanted to actually have him on there. But when I look at Lawrence Fishburne in Man of Steel and BVS, I have never once questioned, oh, is that, like, why is Perry White black? Because, yeah, Lawrence Fishburne played the character like Perry White. He was Perry White. He did an amazing job playing that character. It didn't matter to me as a lifelong Superman fan who's got it tattooed on his arm, and my son's middle name is Jor-El. It didn't matter to me that he was black, because he played the character. Same thing would have, I mean, but you take the whitest, nerdiest, redheadedest. If anybody should be upset, it's white redheaded people, because, like, they're literally eliminating all the redheaded people. But it's just funny because, like, you got a freckled guy, like, who is like the nerdiest little guy, you know, wears his little bow tie, got his like plaid jacket on, and, you know, they made him super cool and sexy, man. That's a sexy black man right there, as James Olsen on Supergirl. You know, I mean, they had a gun episode where they literally tried to mimic the AR-15 thing, and they were very, very blatantly putting out what side they were on of that, you know. And I thought it was really silly because they had the guy shooting a gun, and instead of casings and shells falling from the gun. First of all, it was an automatic gun. Even an AR-15 is not an automatic gun. This is all I ever say. If you're going to criticize guns, at least know guns, okay? It is very, very difficult, because they're outlawed for just regular civilian use, to get an automatic weapon. If you want to know what an automatic weapon is, here it is. You pull the trigger, it shoots over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Like, it's like what we see, like Uzis and things like that in 80s movies, you know, where they just come in spraying it up, you know. When I was a kid, man, I had an arsenal of toy guns, right? And so we just go like, that was our gun sound. And when I played with my G.I. Joes, everything was an automatic weapon, right? But that's not what those are. An AR-15 literally shoots one bullet at a time, and it shoots the same stuff that a regular rifle does. Does it look like, you know, it looks like a G.I. Joe gun, right? It looks like an army gun, but it's not. It shoots the same bullets. That's why, like, like, you know, and I'm not trying to make this a political thing like about that, but it's just interesting to me. And I just say, like, if anything, you guys know me, I'm very level-headed. If you, thank you. You like that? I spent plenty of my younger years doing that with my G.I. Joe toys, for believe me. But you know, that's the thing. Like, it fires one bullet at a time. The AR-15 does. But in that thing, they showed this guy bringing this gun there, and he just sprays, you know, bullets supposedly everywhere. You know, just he's not pulling it over and over again. He's just got his finger down on the triggers and it's just everywhere, and it shows it. And so they try to do this dramatic slow motion shot of would be the casings, you know, because a bullet, you know, the, you know, bullet, whatever size bullet you're using, it has, you know, it's got a thing called a casing that the bullet is actually stuck into, and when it's got the gunpowder in it, when the hammer hits that part, is the gun voice actor for the Quaker confirmed. Dang it! You weren't supposed to know that. Yeah, we grew up with Rambo, man. We grew up, yeah, heck yeah, we grew up with Iron Eagle. We grew up with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, for God's sake. I grew up in the 80s, man. We had plenty. I had an arsenal. I had every gun you could possibly imagine as a kid. I had an arsenal of weapons. But the thing is that so when the pin in the gun hits the point, the contact point, it causes a small little explosion, and that's what propels the metal piece out, and that's the bullet. Okay, if you're gonna make gun sounds, wear a mask. I'm in my own car and I've been fully vaccinated, and there's nobody else in the car with me, but my point is that when you see the things that fall out, it's not bullets, it's the casing. It's that little part that's what the gun kicks back out. Well, this guy, he's spraying bullets everywhere, and they thought, well, we're going to do this really cool dramatic shot of the casings falling to the ground. But whoever shot it apparently doesn't know anything about that, because what they showed was full bullets falling from the gun. And I went, come on, really? Okay, you know, look, we can have a conversation about guns all day long, but the only people getting those types of guns are either people, the military can get them, and you know, and people who you really have to like jump through crazy hoops. You know, nobody is legally just going out and just like buying up that gun. So, you know, it's just kind of crazy, you know. But like I said, that show is filled with, I mean, that show has had major gay characters, major trans characters. I'm so shocked that they have not gone after that show, you know. And that's not all the reasons why I did that. It just the show in general just got weighed down with a lot of stuff. That was the focus. And I don't think that any of that should be the focus, right? Like, I don't think any show should be like all like, you know, like, oh, these heterosexual people every week, you know. Like, I don't think any show should just, or you know, like with conservative you know, political views, right? Either way, like, I don't like wings. I don't like right wings, and I don't like left wings. I like to be in the aircraft in the middle, right? And that's where I'm at. And I think that's where most people in our country are. And I can't speak for everybody around the world because I don't live in their countries and I don't know what their political climates are. But just the people that I meet and the people that I talk to, most people are like that. You know, they try to make good, rational decisions. And, you know, and there's always people out on the wings. There's always people out on the far craziness of society. But I'm shocked that they didn't go after that show. Right? I'm really, it's because we're Midwesterners. Yeah, but you know, but I've got a lot of friends out west, out in Vegas, you know, out in California, even, you know, even like Oregon, who feel the way that I do. I know people in, you know, even up in Seattle, who feel that way. So, I mean, you know, we are just, says one of the Transformers comics has a gay couple. I'm shocked they haven't gone after that. But then again, they'd have to know what they're talking about. No, you know what? And it's absolutely true. And like, look, like doing what I do, you all know I'm a pastor, right? And so, well, I appreciate that, Cherie. I really appreciate that, Cherie. Here's the thing. I'm a pastor, right? So look, there are people who go to church who are very charismatic about those things. And I'm just not there. So when people start talking to me about, these right-wing conspiracies and these things, like, look, I got friends, I got family who are into that type of stuff. And I don't buy into all that stuff. I don't buy into conspiracy theories. I don't buy into that craziness. Because to me, it's kind of crazy on both sides. The far left liberalism and the far right conservatism, whatever. I just don't buy into that stuff. So, but the problem is, like, people will come up to me like with that stuff, and like I know, like, when we started seeing a lot more gay people being represented on TV shows, whether they were actually gay or not gay, and like, I know this may be controversial to some people. Like, I feel like acting is acting. I don't necessarily feel like everybody has to be everything that they are portraying on screen. Like, I don't know. I feel that there are sometimes, obviously, where it should be. If you're telling certain stories, it may benefit that. But I feel like at least people who are part of that should be consulted. Like, they should be the consultants and the writers and the people, like, writing those characters, because I think that's going to be the best thing for that, no matter who acts the part, right? In fact, I was just watching a movie. Oh my gosh, was it yesterday? What movie was it? It's a famous role, and everybody, like, still to this day, like, appreciates it. But anyways, but my point in saying all that was that when people started to become more representation of gay people in sitcoms and movies and things like that, there were people who would come up to me because they would just assume that that's how I felt too. And that was a negative thing, right? And I remember I had one friend who she had a 12-year-old son, and she was very upset because there was a Disney show. Or no, she was very upset because it all started actually over the toys for the show Breaking Bad, because Toys R Us was selling toys of Breaking Bad, and she was very ticked off about this. And I told her, I said, well, look, they're down the collector's aisle, right? Like, what's the problem with that? That's where adult toys are and collectibles are and stuff. She goes, well, my 12-year-old son, I don't want him walking down there and seeing a toy that has meth, or is connected with meth or whatever. I'm like, first of all, like, but how would he even know? I mean, like, if you're allowing your son to watch Breaking Bad, that's a whole other discussion. And I love her, and I loved her son. Her son was had Asperger's, but he was high functioning, and a really good kid when he was younger. And I haven't seen them in years. But I always thought it was funny because, like, he was mixed race. Okay, she was white. The boy's dad was black. So, like, already there's, you're not talking like staunch, conservative thing, right? But she was she was very upset though about the Breaking Bad toys. And I just told her, I said, you know what? I'm sorry, but I don't buy into that. Like, I feel like they can make toys of anything, and if you don't like them, don't buy them. Tell your son not to go down that aisle, or steer him away from it, or whatever, to not tempt him to go down the aisle where the Breaking Bad toy might be, and he might see a little blue thing and ask somebody what it is, and they might tell him it's meth. I mean, like, how would you even know? I just don't know. But beyond that, the thing is that somehow the conversation started to turn, and she started talking about just like all this stuff in society today and blah, 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 blah. And, and there's gay people on TV. And I'm like, well, yeah, why wouldn't there be gay people on TV? Like, whatever you believe about that is irrelevant when it comes to, like, people on TV. And I asked her, I said, are there black people in real life? She's like, well, yeah. And I said, so would you say that black people shouldn't be on TV? She goes, well, no, I wouldn't say that. I said, well, okay. I said, are there gay people in real life? Well, yeah. So why would you think that gay people can't be on TV? Like, I get it if we're saying like, well, we have to have a quota for this many, this person or that person or these people or that people. I get that. Okay. And that's taken a great idea, you know, that like people, everybody should be represented, you know, and be able to find, you know, characters and stuff that represent them. And that's that's like saying everybody should be white or, you know, or whatever. Like it does that, none of that, you know, or male or what, or female, whatever. It just doesn't matter. We shouldn't have to fill that. We should just write stories that include everybody, because people exist. People of all kinds exist. And that's okay. You don't have to agree with everybody, but people exist. And so why wouldn't they be on television? And she looked at me like I was like off in La La Land. And I said, you just admitted that we shouldn't do that to black people. Why would we do that to gay people? Right? You know, there was a day and time where like if somebody didn't like something, they just didn't see it. I mean, what was the movie that had Robin Williams in it? And who was it? It had Robin Williams and what was it? Tu Wong Fu, whatever. You know, it was a transvestite movie or whatever, or had transvestites in it. Like, if people didn't want to watch the movie, they just didn't go see it. End of story. Right? He was also in Birdcage. Well, he was in Birdcage. He played a gay character, Robin Williams. But people love Robin Williams. People loved Robin Williams. People of all backgrounds loved Robin Williams. Right? He was even Mrs. Doubtfire, for God's sake, right? I mean, so like he played across. I mean, like that was for a character or whatever. But you know, I mean, there was a day and time where like things just worked. Can you imagine if Mrs. Doubtfire came out today? Can you imagine the Doomcock video that would come out about that? Oh, they've got him playing a woman and blah, blah, blah. You know, I mean, really? Oh, I thought it was Robin Williams who was in Tu Wong Fu. Was it Patrick Swayze? I thought Robin Williams was in that too. Maybe not. Maybe, you know, you might be right. I might have been thinking about Birdcage and just had it mixed up. Tootsie! My God, it's going back even further, right? And that's like considered a classic. But you didn't see, maybe there were some people complaining about it. I don't know, you know, maybe there were, but like nothing like we're seeing today. Can you imagine if Tootsie came out nowadays? You know, I just choose, and I'm not even saying anything about that, but like, yeah, there'd be millions of SJW videos. Bosom buddies! Thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you! Eli, you win the internet today, in my opinion. Because, let me tell you, Bosom Buddies was awesome. It gave us the first glimpse of Tom Hanks that I remember ever in my life. I don't remember Pink Flamingos, but I remember Bosom Buddies. Okay? Can you imagine if Bosom Buddies came out today? Oh my gosh, Doomcock would be on there. Now we have this left-wing identity politics show where we're seeing two men have to be degraded to live in a women's hotel, to cross-dress and be women. I mean, oh! If you don't like something, just don't watch it. Treat people with respect. I don't know. Three's Company. Thank you, Eli. I love Three's Company. I literally just bought the entire box set of Three's Company for my wife a couple years ago. I love Three's Company. Three's Company is solely based on the fact that Jack Tripper you know, they lie and say that he's gay, right? So he has to act certain ways. And people look at John Ritter because he was a comedic genius. And they loved him. And he dressed like a woman many times on the show. And people didn't lose it. And he was literally supposed to be playing, I mean, I know he wasn't actually playing a gay character, but he was playing a character who was pretending to be gay in certain situations. People are too worried about everything. Yes, rest in peace, John Ritter. I'm just saying, you don't. I wish people would learn to just get along. You know, dude playing a dude disguised as another dude, another dame. Oh, I love that. That's great, Cherie. I'm just saying, the world would be better if we were just less offended by everything, or even if we are offended by something, like if it offends us, that's okay. That's okay. People should be allowed to have opinions, right? People should be allowed to have opinions. And people can have convictions regarding their religious beliefs or their personal beliefs or whatever, okay? I know a lot of good little old people who are raised in a different time, and even though they're striving to come to terms with things in the world today, things slip, right? And those biases slip, and they're trying. But the thing is that, you know, I don't know. It doesn't mean that we should try to ban everybody or, you know, put everybody in a box, you know, and you just stay over there and I'll just stay over here. You shouldn't do that. You know, one of my funniest moments, and I'll tell you this and then I gotta go. I do have to go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's after 12. Oh my gosh. I love you guys. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do another stream tonight. So here's a funny moment, and then I gotta go. I worked with a guy at Kinko's once. Super nice guy. Reminded me of my best friend, actually. My best friend Rusty. Didn't look gay, didn't act, whatever that means, but he didn't look gay, didn't act gay. You know, I mean, he didn't act any different than anybody else. Nobody suspected him of being gay. Nobody would have ever thought that he was gay. Nothing. Okay. And then one day I came to work and he was working, and I looked at his car and I didn't even think about it because this was, this was like early 2000s. Okay, so you know, so there was just, I know the employees are walking by, right? But he had a Tinky Winky, you know, from Teletubbies, a Tinky Winky action figure hanging from his rearview mirror. And I just thought it was funny because it was a Teletubbies thing. And obviously there was this stuff going around at the time that Tinky Winky was supposedly the gay Teletubby, right? And I used to laugh though, because I've watched one episode of Teletubbies in my life, and it was very, very much in support of that, actually, I will say, because it was an episode where it went down the line and it said one day in Teletubby Land, it was like Poe's turn to wear the dress, and I was like, wait, what? And so like Poe puts on this little skirt and does this little pirouette, whatever, and then it was I don't remember all their names, but like literally it was like this person's turn to wear the dress, and they keep passing this dress off to everybody, and then it gets to Tinky Winky, and Tinky Winky is like just like it got, I actually, no, I take it back. It got down to Poe, and Poe's a boy, and Poe didn't want to wear the dress is what it was. And Tinky Winky was the one passing it off to Poe. And Tinky Winky chases Poe all over Teletubby Land. And then they go off camera and you hear all this banging and clanging and like, you know, stuff falling over and crashing and everything. And then Tinky Winky just kind of comes out like, yep, done with that. And here comes Poe, like all dejected because Tinky Winky made him wear the dress, which was kind of Internet Master says, for me, all Teletubbies were gay, which I consider normal and still watch it. There you go. But so there was the rumor about Tinky Winky, you know, the purple Teletubby being gay. So I come in and I'm like, as I'm walking in, I see the Tinky Winky, and I thought that this guy was just making a joke about the Tinky Winky. And so I came in and I said, hey, I said, I saw the Tinky Winky in your car there, And I just kind of smiled, you know, and he goes, yeah, yeah. And he hadn't told anybody he was gay that worked with us. And I was like, oh, yeah. And he goes, well, yeah. And I said, you know, people, if you have that in your car, I think I made a statement like, if you have that in your car, like people, you know, may get the wrong idea. And he says, well, what idea would that be, Enosh? And I said, oh, that, like, you know, you're gay. You know what they say about Tinky Winky, don't you? And he goes, yep, I sure do. And I went, oh. And he goes, yeah. And I said, dude, I didn't know. And I would have never known. And it was great, though, because he was a super nice guy, super funny. We had so many great conversations, you know. And he came from a very religious background, and you know, and look, I've always said this. You know, I was very glad that, like, his family still loved him and treated him with respect. Like, you know, they didn't agree with him being gay, but they still loved him because that was their child. And I think that's the important thing to remember. Like, if it's your family, if it's your friends, like, why would you treat people, even just strangers, why would you treat people differently? It breaks my heart to see people like the Westboro Baptist people out, you know, picketing and saying horrible things about people in the name of God. Because, look, there's all kinds of discussions to be had, and I believe that we're all flawed human beings, and that's why we need a savior. And I'm not going to get preachy on everybody, but, you know, that's my belief. It's my faith. And I believe that that's why Jesus came. That's why I do what I do. And I will have those conversations with people, you know, and I learn from people. And there's many things that I once thought that I knew for sure that I don't know now, and vice versa. And my question always goes back to, well, you know, like, is it just, are we concerned about what God thinks? You know, not just because somebody told us or whatever, but like our relationship with God. But I can't think of anything that one of my children would do that would make me stop loving them or caring about them or being concerned for them. And it breaks my heart when I see people treat people poorly because they disagree with maybe something in their life. Because you know what? There's plenty of people that I disagree with that I still love. There's plenty of people that I may not agree with the things that they do in their life, but I still love them. And I don't kick them out of my life because of it. And it breaks my heart when I hear people talk. And I've had many friends who told me that, you know, their family disowned them for this reason or that reason. And it always baffles me, because, especially the gay issue, because, like, if those same kids were heterosexual and, like, they were shacking up with somebody, parents would be disappointed. But I know that they wouldn't disown them over it. Even though they disagree with it, it's something they fundamentally disagree with, you know, and I've got my own beliefs about that, you know, but they don't treat it fairly, you know. Like I said, I'm not perfect on all issues, and I don't claim to be, and I never will. And look, you're never going to please everybody. It's just not going to happen. There's going to be things that if I knew about you that I'd be disappointed in, maybe, but I still love you. And there may be things about me that you know, you'd be disappointed about me. But I hope you still appreciate me. You know, even if we never meet on this world. So that's what I always say. Just be good to each other, you know. I think Bob Ross had it the best when he said, you know, when he talked about just being good to each other. So that's my word of advice for the day. Thank you guys. I thank you for the kind comments. That's what I try to be, you know. Try to love people, and it's not always easy, you know. And I've learned a lot in my life, and I'm still learning. We should never stop learning. Should never stop learning. So don't. All right. So don't stop learning. Just you know, seek to have good conversations. You know, like I get it, man. We have a nerd channel, right? We're talking about superheroes and toys and comic books and stuff like that. But you know what? Those are real life things, and that's why I've always loved Superman. You know, because when Superman would say truth, justice in the American way, I know there's people who twist that, right? They mean I don't know what they think American way means. To me, you're a preacher nerdy, Nash. Thank you. To me, when I would hear Superman say truth, justice in the American way, I remember as a kid, I would feel that meant something that stood for right and good. You know, is America perfect? Absolutely not. America's got so many issues and is behind on so many things, and has a torrid past and a unforgiving past and just a violent past and just horrible things that got us here. But for those of us who are Americans, we're here. So the question is, what are we going to do with today? Right? And we could go around still pointing fingers at each other or whatever, and you know, calling each other names or, you know, whatever. Or we can try to do some good in this world. You know, and so when I would hear Superman say truth, justice in the American way, as an American and as a kid, I would always look at that as the good in America, and not that. And good in America didn't mean, oh, the good old 50s where everybody was white and everybody, you know, thought this way. Because look, the 50s weren't all that they were cracked up to be. My grandma lived in the 50s. My grandma's told me some very, very interesting stories and tales about the 50s. Okay. So, people were doing stuff in the 50s too, okay? And in the 60s, people hit it a lot better, you know? But look, there ain't nothing new under the sun, and the Bible says that. Solomon wrote that, and the Bible says that he was the wisest man that ever lived. God came to Solomon and said, because of your commitment to me, I will give you anything that you ask. Solomon could have asked for riches. He could have asked for you know, conquest and everything. And the Bible says that Solomon asked for wisdom. And God said, God basically pulled the guy from Indiana Jones and said, you have chosen wisely, asking for wisdom. The Bible says that he gave Solomon wisdom, but he said, because you've asked for wisdom, I'm going to give you all of these other things as well. And Solomon was you know, a very wise man. He made a lot of bad decisions though too. He had 700 wives and 300 concubines. He did things that God had told him not to do. You know, he made mistakes. He was not perfect. Even in all his wisdom, we can be smart and still mess up, is the point, right? So you know, so the thing is, man, is like he said, but Solomon wrote, he said, there's nothing new under the sun. And I think about, you know, like people talk about like things today, you know, like oh yeah, there's all this sexual stuff going on, you know, and this sexualization and all this porn and all this stuff. Man, they were making porn in the 20s. Like literally with every kind of thing, there was something like about that. And you know, every kind of medium. The fact that we went from you know, 8mm to VHS, where they picked VHS over beta, that was because of the adult movie industry. very similar thing happened with HD DVD and DVD. You know? But we don't talk about those things. I want to be open with my discussions, and I hope that you do too. You know, and that's why I love this community. That's why I love you all, and I'm grateful for this community. You know, and I'm grateful for the people who come in, you know, like even tonight and say things like, you know, Enosh, man, you know, it's like I'm surprised that you only have 11,000 subscribers, whatever. Subscribers are subscribers, right? That's numbers. And I get it. Like, would it be cool if there was a lot more of us? Yes. It'd be awesome, right? Because there'd be a lot more cool people like that. But you know what? You're right, Paul. There's a reason why prostitution is called the world's oldest profession. That's right. Stuff has been happening for a long time. My thing is that it ain't about numbers. It ain't about all that stuff. We've got a great community here. And if you are part of it, I am thankful for you. And if you're not, I'm still thankful for you. But I say, hey, why don't you come on board? Even if you hate my guts. Even if you hate watching this video and you're I don't know how many people have downvoted this video, Cherie, yet. Maybe it's still just that one person. But even that one person, I would love to have them here. You know? Like I said, I think about it. Last year, there were people who hated me. They were making hate videos about me. And now they're friendly. They've been on my channel. I've been on their channels. You know? People change their minds. Like, you know, I think just a couple months ago, my goodness, I mean, Paul, you know, was doing videos with Andy Signor, you know, and now he's literally a member of the channel. That's cool. You know, people can change, people can learn, people can change their opinions. And that's what we should just do, is strive to be better. So strive to be better. I'm going to keep striving to be better, and I hope you do too. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Goldman says, I love what you do, Enosh. I'm not as active here because I'm just not as big into DC. Once Star Wars season is back, you bet you'll see more of me. I love that. I love that for sure. And we've been talking about a lot of different stuff lately. So always check in. Always check in, because we definitely talk about a lot of stuff. Lately, it seems like I haven't been DC enough for the DC people, and the people who think that that's all I talk about, like, they still complain. So I'm somewhere in the middle now. I still love all this stuff, but just somewhere in the middle. All right, guys. Well, hey, my wife has been texting me. I've been sitting here for 1 hour and 47 minutes. I don't know if is that 147 minutes? No, it's not 147 minutes. So maybe it is. Anyways, thank you all for being you. All right. And I do, Danny. Yes, Danny, you're new, and I do stream a lot. And so because I dig hanging out with everybody. So I stream more than I make pre-made videos. So I got some funny stuff coming too. We talk about a lot of different stuff, but I got some funny stuff brewing. I just talked to, you all know that I've been talking about doing this Skeletor show. And it's gonna happen. Lord only knows if it'll get past one episode. But the Skeletor show, I've been talking to Skeletor, and Skeletor's in, and I think I know who my first guest is. Well, not my first guest, I'm sorry. Skeletor's first guest should be. So I just have one question for you all, because a lot of you guys have liked when I pulled up the Skeletor action figure. Do I do the Skeletor show live or an interview show? The Skeletor show is going to be an interview show. So so there you go. No bones about it with Skeletor. I am not jesting. I kid you not. It's going to be a Skeletor talk show. Yes. But TW says, I strongly recommend pre-record. Yeah, because once we get that voice going, I don't know what's. But I also want to interact with the chat, and that's my only problem. Like, I want it to be punchy. I want it, I want to be able to have the jokes and stuff like that. And I know I can do it off the cuff too. But yeah, But I know who my first guest is going to be, and I think y'all are going to like it. I think y'all are going to have fun with it. And then it's just going to be a question of if I can actually convince other people to come and talk to it. I think y'all are going to have fun with it. And then it's just going to be a question of if I can actually convince other people to come and talk to an action figure. Maybe every once in a while I'll do a call-in show with Skeletor. That'd be fun. But yeah, it should be fun. So I got a couple ideas, and then we thank you, the widow, appreciate that. And so then we're also going to have a toy show, a dedicated toy show that I'll with Dan Jurgens. Oh my gosh, I would annoy Dan Jurgens so much with the Skeletor thing, man. No, that'd be funny though. An actual celebrity like trying to do that. Can you imagine me like trying to interview Ray Porter with Skeletor? Oh dear sweet Jesus. Oh man. I know I'm in an empty parking. Well, there's cars over here actually. Whoops, I can't show you. Anyways, yes. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be fun, and yeah, I got to figure out what I'm gonna call it and what I'm gonna do with it, but it's gonna be fun. And then, like I said, I got this toy show. I'm talking to people within the community who we're gonna do that. And somebody asked me earlier about Robert Meyer Burnett, and is he a part? Do I consider him part of the Fandom Menace? I don't consider him as. I can interview him as Darkseid. That's a villain stream right there, if I ever heard it, Cherie. I wonder if I could convince him to do that. That would be gold. Wow. Now you got my mind racing. No, somebody asked me about Robert Meyer Burnett, and so I would just say this: rolling the bones with Skeletor. Ain't nobody getting high. You might feel like you're high if you see some of the stuff that it'll be about. But what was I talking about? Oh my God, you got me thinking about all these different things now instead of what I was talking about. Robert Meyer Burnett. So here's the thing: Robert Meyer Burnett is one of those guys like who gets along with everybody. What's up, Prime? Good to see you, man. Haven't talked to you in a while. Robert Meyer Burnett is one of those guys. He gets along with everybody, right? And he just, he's got a lot. He knows a lot of guys over there. And look, Robert Meyer Burnett's a great guy. I love Robert Meyer Burnett. He's been on the channel. He's always told me he wants to come back on the channel. I'm hoping to get him on the toy show maybe once a month or so. Like when we do it, like we still got to figure out what the details are going to be. But I've talked with Robert Meyer Burnett. Robert's a great guy. I think he's got a lot of great takes. I don't always agree with him on everything, but I think that I agree with him more than not. When it comes to Star Wars, he's got his own take on Star Wars. He's like anybody, right? So I don't fault him for that. And look, even when Echo Base comes in here, right? Echo Base, for example. Echo Base considers themselves Fandom Menace. They'll tell you that. They're Fandom Menace, right? And they do not like Kathleen Kennedy at all. And they've been on streams, like Echo Base was just on a stream with Doomcock like a couple weeks ago. But Echo Base has been on our show too, and so the thing is that there are some people that are nice people. They're involved in a weird group, and I don't always know that, at least they come across on the surface like they're different. That's all I can say. Robert Meyer Burnett does not come across to me like somebody who, first of all, his politics don't fit in with anybody over there on that side. I mean, the geeks and the gamers and and all that stuff. Like, he doesn't fit in his politics. I mean, he is. I did, Prime. That's what I did tonight. Yep, I sure did. I was able to finally get a copy. I actually I've had the 4K. For a couple of months now, because my good friend H Bart's here, who watches the channel and is part of the channel. He actually sent one to me, but he got it from the UK and sent it to me. But the problem is I only have one player in my house that plays 4K discs, and that is my my gaming system. My Xbox. So I just wanted to get a Blu-ray all copy as well to be able to have, you know, more for the rest of the house, so I can play it anywhere, you know, and I don't always have to pull the Xbox out of it because it's not always connected, you know. And so so I did, and so I got 2 copies. One, I got a copy for my son, but then somebody watching actually said that they're going to send me one. So I'm going to take one of the copies that I bought, and we're going to give it away here on the channel, so that somebody else who doesn't have a copy of Zack Snyder's Justice League will be able to have that. So yeah, and Eli, that's exactly how I feel about Robert Meyer Burnett. Robert Meyer Burnett, yeah, there it is. Yes, nerd coast. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it. See, right in there. So yeah, so we're all covered now with Zack Snyder's Justice League, and I appreciate it. So yeah, Robert Meyer Burnett, you hit it on the head. He's definitely center left, but he's logical, and that's the thing. I've had plenty of conversations with Robert Meyer Burnett. He's a good guy, and he's logical. He ain't off on some tangent. You ain't gonna hear Robert Meyer Burnett spewing, you know, some racist stuff. I know there's things that they tried to say about him and this and that, and you know, and there was, you know, some controversy or whatever. But if you really look what he said, you'd understand what he was saying. He was upset. He was trying to make more of a comment about. He was being more sarcastic to people who carry guns and things like that, you know, and like live for guns or whatever. So he, you know, he was on that end of that thing, but he said something that came across the wrong way, and he apologized for it. And it, you know, and that's the thing. Look, as I get ready to leave you tonight, you're gonna screw up bone deep. Bone deep with Skeletor. Okay. It means 2 things, according to Peter Griffin. So here's the thing. You're going to screw up. I'm going to screw up. Yes, you're right, Eli. He was mad at a black former police officer that he was shot. Yep, you're absolutely right. So I know I've been getting ready to leave for an hour, but I can't quit you all. No, you're absolutely right, Eli. Yep, that's exactly what he was mad about. And like, look, we should be mad about stuff like that, right? Like, I mean, like, where is that protection, right? Like, where is people standing up for things like that? But that's a whole other discussion. But here's the thing. You're gonna mess up. I'm gonna mess up. People mess up. Why? Because you're human and I'm human. Ever since the beginning of time, we've been messing up. Before we were here, there just weren't any humans to mess up. But once there were humans, we messed up. We've been messing up ever since. We make mistakes. Here's the thing. Do you take responsibility for your mistakes? And show that you take responsibility. I'm not talking about some of the, you know, the people that I've come up against in the last year or so who say, oh, I'm sorry for this and I'm sorry for that and I'm sorry for whatever and I'm sorry. And yet there's no change, right? There's no change. That's how you know when somebody is truly repentive of what they've done. Talking to a man of faith, repenting is a totally different thing than saying I'm sorry. My grandma used to say to me all the time, she would say, when you apologize to somebody, you ask them to forgive you. Don't say you're sorry. I mean, we all say we're sorry because, you know, that's like the vernacular, right? That's the popular term. You know, it's like I do something, look, I'm sorry, right? And you can say that in a genuine way. But my grandma made a point about this. In our house, we asked for forgiveness. And I mentioned something to somebody not too long ago about this. It was a specific person that tried to call me out on some nonsense that cut up some things that I did and made it sound like I said something that I didn't say and attacked me. And they DM'd me. They didn't say it publicly. They had done something publicly to me, but they, you know, instead of publicly stating that they felt differently because they had come across some different information. The person said, look, I'm sorry, I had some bad information, and that was it. And I forgave them, and I'm done. And I moved on. It came up later, they were on a live stream, and somebody when they were on a stream said, Enosh said that you asked him to forgive you. He said, I didn't say that. So sorry. See, because asking for forgiveness means I admit I did something wrong to you. Say I'm sorry. My grandma used to always say, you can say you're sorry. And I'd turn around and look at you and go, yeah, you are. You're sorry, all right. Sorry can mean a myriad of things. It can mean I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. I am truly sorry for messing up, but it's not admitting and taking responsibility for it. It's just making a statement that you're sorry. Sorry. It admits no guilt, and it requires nothing of the other person. If I tell you, Cherie, if I hurt your feelings and I say, hey, sorry, I'm sorry, Cherie. Even if I say it like in a meaningful way, I'm sorry, Cherie. It creates no response from you to me at all. It doesn't require anything of you. Now you might want to fill the gap and say, oh, it's okay, right? Or it's all right. But it's not all right. Because if I hurt you, I need to make amends with you and show you that I take responsibility for what I did to you. And so my grandmother would make us say, please forgive me. If my sister and I got into a fight, we couldn't just say sorry. My grandma would say, nope, you come right back here. Ask your sister to forgive you. I'd say, and I would not want to do it because, and doesn't that tell us something? It hurts to ask for forgiveness because now I'm asking something of you that I can't just brush off. I'm asking a response from you to me. So if I say to you, Cherie, will you please forgive me? Now I'm the one hanging on the line. I'm the one who has the uncomfortability. And I'm waiting for you to offer me that forgiveness. We should do a lot more of that. Just saying. And so there's some people that I feel we should be willing. And when somebody does that, we should be willing. When they do it with a whole heart and repent. And repent means to turn the opposite way from where you were going. I hear a lot of people say, well, like the reason why I'm not a person of faith is because I don't believe that somebody could like be on death row their whole life for killing people and stuff and just say, sorry, Jesus, at the end and go to heaven. Because that doesn't happen. I agree with you. I agree with you. There ain't no magic prayers. There's none of that. There's not like a little mantra that you could say, and oh, Jesus forgives me, so now I go to heaven. Jesus never said, say you're sorry. If you read the Bible, Jesus never said, say, I'm sorry for my sins. He said to repent and go and sin no more. But that hurts. But when people would repent, the Bible says that God forgives. And to repent means to turn 180, to go the opposite way. To not just feel sorry about the things that you did, to not just feel sorry about the things that we do to each other, but to admit our wrongs to each other and to truly repent and ask for forgiveness. So, sorry if I'm getting too preachy for some, but I hope that you understand where I'm coming from. This is not just a church lesson, this is a life lesson that I have learned. And I think that if we did that more, we would see each other as human beings more. And not just as, that's you and this is me. And I look at people who've made mistakes, and when they truly, when they truly are accountable and they admit they're wrong, let's offer them that forgiveness, right? And really, the forgiveness that you offer to somebody is not for them. It's for you to let go of that hurt and that bitterness. Does it just go away? No. Does forgiving somebody mean that I'm going to keep putting myself in harm's way over and over again? Absolutely not. Doesn't mean that. But it means to set yourself free, to let that hurt go, to let that anger go. Why do you think that I keep saying, well, why do you think I keep telling people? Everybody thinks, well, it's just about Star Wars, Enosh. You're just mad about Star Wars, Enosh. You're just mad about pop culture. Do you think my fundamental issues with people like Doomcock and the Fandom Menace is about Star Wars? Sure, there's Star Wars stuff that annoys the heck out of me about that. But when you literally have something based on anger, that's what it is. And when you have somebody in a helmet yelling at people, telling them, stay angry, my friends, that's not healthy for anyone about anything. So there you go. And as far as the question about being an atheist, look, I have atheist friends. I have atheist friends, and some of them are good people. You know, one of my favorite entertainers is an atheist, Penn Jillette. And I have conversations with them, and we have great conversations, right? And I have my own personal beliefs on where we go when we die and all those things, and those things are there, and they have their opinions. I still love them. I have family who don't believe, and I still love them. And it doesn't mean that you can't be a good person. Now, I do believe that that's the point of my faith. I mean, if we're talking about my faith personally, I think that's the point, is like any goodness that we match up to what I believe God is, and that's what I believe God is. The Bible, there's actually a scripture where it says that our righteousness is as filthy rags. And what that means is not to just put us down and say, well, you're just filthy rags. That's not what it is. It's saying like, if you have the brightest white, right? If you have the brightest white color, paint, you're painting the wall, and it's the brightest white. I mean, it just glows white. And you're like, man, that's white. And then you go in the other room and you go, hey, that's a white wall too. That's a white wall, and I can tell it's a white wall. But yet, it's not white, it's eggshell. Right? If you were to take some of that eggshell and go back to that bright white wall and mark a spot on that wall, would it still look white? Or would it just be white from your perspective? When you're in the room and everything's eggshell, it looks white. But when you put it up against bright white, it looks different. That's my perspective on that. That what I believe about God is God is so good. That God has, he's not just about goodness, but he's so God that no matter what I do that's good, just doesn't match up to that. That's why he sent Jesus. That's the reason for that. And that's what I believe. But for my friends who don't believe, I would never say that you can't be a good person. Because there's plenty of good people in the world who don't believe. And there's plenty of good people in the world who don't believe. They believe in something, but they don't believe in the thing that I believe in. And they believe in things that I don't believe in, and they believe things about the afterlife that if I don't do the things that they believe need to be done to enter that afterlife, that it doesn't matter how good of a person I will be, that's Not going to do that. But goodness, yeah, absolutely, Cherie. Cherie hit it. Cherie got it right there. Being a good person is independent of religion and belief. So that's what I was just saying. We're all going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. Let's just admit it when we do. It's not, you know what? And it actually is not weakness to admit it. It's power. It is power. It's powerful, and it is freeing to admit when you're wrong. It takes the power away from somebody else. So they can't hold it over you. So I love you all. I have a wife who, well, hold on a second. Are you kidding me? Is it 12:40? You guys are going to tease me. You guys are tease me. There you go. All right. 3. Cherie. 3. Love you all. Have a wonderful evening. This will be your live stream for the night. It started off as a Zack Snyder's Justice League hunting video, and it turned into a very warm discussion, and I like that, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it too. No matter what side of the fence you're on, no matter what your beliefs, no matter you know what you where you go from here, right? I hope that you enjoy these conversations as much as I do. All right, have a wonderful night. Be blessed. And we will see you tomorrow. All right? Because this, yes, Shifty-gism, this just has a totally different vibe, doesn't it? When I do my car video. All right, guys. I love you all. Be blessed. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.